put so. Yes.
God bless you.
Bless you. Justice of bad guys. Grandma, forget this pitch. This guy, this our young shall grow president. So I'm going to put his picture tomorrow.
Okay.
I like this guy too much. You know, we need to support him. No, he's doing a good job. He's going to change things for us. Anytime I see it on grandma, anytime I see it on grandma profile, I'm so happy. He's doing a good job. They say grandma and our politicians. So now they say grandma and our politicians are giving us update of what happened in 60s. Loyal sister, if I tell you your comment, you go laugh tire. Loyal sister is the one that give us what. Loyal sister is the one that give us what happened in the courtroom. Yes, so our grandma is our because they always say, where is our doctor in the house?
Our doctor in the house.
Our doctor in the house. That's all Loyal sister in the house. Where's our doctor in the house?
Our doctor in the house.
Our doctor in the house. I saw very dark man today talking about justice for Mohbad. Because I've been doing an old video anyway. I said, this Mohbad matter, you not go rest. So. No, you not rest.
That informed and sees so
they pay now.
There's a lot of things in the inside.
I know.
And
but in Nigeria not happen to you also.
I'm telling you. They won't try to stop him, make it not release what he get. And I show this about more bad thing go inside.
Yes. They know what they are doing.
Of course.
They know what they are doing.
Now big thing, no, this mobile thing.
Now big thing, they don't want to make it confess. And will they disappoint them? Somebody call out Black Widow. Black Widow say Black Widow is upset because that video that Iyabo do they see is going viral now. And supposedly they want to use it in court. We say Mohbad fight inside the house. Hey, loyal sister, that video na for social media.
Correct.
Now you started this problem. As soon as that lawyer put this problem for grant.
I made that video go viral.
I'm telling you, now is a problem, grandma.
I made that video go viral.
Inside the house. Now they are dragging Iyabo to come and explain inside the house because it's two different statements. Mohbad's wife said it by 20 minutes after. Why Iyabo just said no? Is inside.
Inside the house.
Knife for buy. So problem don't there for grandma now.
He go there, she had to talk him. That Iyabo should come and tell us where she was. Where was she on the 11th? Was she inside that house? Where was she?
Or outside the house?
Or outside the house?
The way they speak up, outside the house. He said with black bonnets.
How? Where the camera was? Because there was no camera inside the house.
We were not set to go.
Let her come and tell us. She will tell us who.
All set to go.
She will tell us.
Iyabo.
She knows a lot. Iyabo knows a lot. She will tell us.
Oh yes, he lives with her. We'll meet in her house, living with her.
Okay, this is an old one. Who don't bring and come out now?
I spoke about her and I said everybody is a suspect. 2 days later, they wrote on the popular blog that I was paid and I'm on Naramali's payroll, that I was paid to push the whole narrative and say that the wife.
They don't share this very dark map video. I say, oh, they don't want the black video. No. You see, if they talk say they want end case will come out.
Oh,
yes. Anytime they want to say they want to stop case. Sorry?
That presidency for black for Iyabo Ojo. Make she hear herself.
I said this case now one of the cases they make a very black man because he knows a lot. He knows a lot.
Yeah.
I know.
And they don't want him to talk.
They won't make them their friends. They don't know the person they won't make their friends. So no, he's not ready for them.
At all. They should just leave her alone. Leave him alone because he's not ready to have any friends.
At all, it's not ready, and he will not have evil friends.
I just keep quiet and play along with them to know one or two things, to get one or two information they want.
And he goes here expose them.
They don't popularize this boy, and the whole world don't know this boy now.
Maybe they go arrest him, which is Brekete on the money business. My problem is if somebody is talking about you, and you know that you are innocent, why are you worried? Why not they pick up? He said 𝗵𝘃𝗀𝗃𝗀 is corrupt. If you are not corrupt, why they shake Uma?
Why they shake?
He said some of Una, not everybody. And they come out and say, why you talk? I say, we could go bring a statement. Make we see how much that this question they're asking me, how much that they get source of income. Okay, let's see your salary and see the kind of car you are driving and the house you build. How did you get it? If you can defend yourself and tell us, I will do my own too.
They shut up straight up.
They shut up straight away, yeah.
They jump to the next question. They couldn't answer him.
You say no, yes, he cannot answer. He cannot explain for anybody. Who told you not to explain for anybody?
They never say anything. One day we will have a president like 𝗵𝘃𝗀𝗲𝗀𝗲.
Yes, I better tell us more about him.
Well.
Yes, so
all of them out.
They're not going to fit by that guy. Never.
They know.
Never.
See, welcome for Russia and for the Russian summit where they do so.
Yeah.
See the way they welcome this boy.
You see, huh? You see, huh?
Small pikin.
Yeah. Small pikin, big God. Small pikin that know what they happen.
Small pikin of yesterday.
When I see when they come down from the plane, now I say, Tinubu, go and climb there and come down from there now. Whether you know before break your head. Well, this Muslim boys, the nice this are like our own president and the Cameroon president will come go stand. So what did they want to do for them?
When they will give chance for the young one to do something, they don't agree.
Shame on them.
There is shame on them. Give chance to the old one, to the new ones.
No, they don't. From one oldest president to another oldest one. Waiting. Nigeria, not the shame.
Una carry president will see not the country. Carry come.
It's been not the country three times.
So what do you know they want to talk? President, we not the social media, and our social media life we did.
You know, because of the cost for social media, so you know the.
Now they go social media again. He said,
"God hell out of me."
They abused me, you know.
Abuse hell out of me.
They get bad math well.
Well, now.
Social media, nobody, if you know
when they say retirement. Oh, you know when they carry that word comes, retirement.
No, Nigeria not retirement.
Because they not say the brain. Once you done the old, the brain, your body, everything, they depreciate. You know, if you did fast the way you did fast before, then you go hand over to the next person.
They don't
the same
get
thing
what?
they happen for ROTG, so I refuse to retire. The same thing. Then they happen when they cause all the problems for ROTG. How can you be that old? You see, I think they won't become leader. So when they say the young ones are the leaders of tomorrow, when do you now want them to be leaders of tomorrow?
I don't know. I don't know for them. It just shows how hypocritical all of them are. They talk and they don't do what they say.
In fact,
it's terrible.
I'm God will save us what I am.
It's terrible.
If you don't stay in one position for a long time, don't you get tired? And then you get out from that position. You can become like a supporter to whoever you want put there.
My dear, when you say
this
don't
man
overchop, overchop,
I tell you, Mohbad will punish all of them. Mohbad will punish all of them. When how Sanwo-Olu is in trouble with in Papa now.
Oh yes, serious trouble. You know,
he wanted to even betray him, Papa. We think say these people love each other. We don't know that they hate, they betray each other.
My sister, not only Sanwo-Olu, even 𝗵𝘃𝗃𝗀𝗏 is in trouble.
Oh, you see?
Even 𝗵𝘃𝗃𝗀𝗏 is in trouble right now.
They said they went, that's the expensive girlfriend, Aisha, the Sanwo-Olu's girlfriend.
Yeah.
They said Aisha went to Atiku and he wanted to unite Atiku, Obi, and about one other person with Sanwo-Olu to form the coalition. But Obi did not answer them. Obi did not come to them. So from then, our story went to tell the grandpapa. So the grandpapa now, that it's not just because of the money. So they are just putting the money forward so that they will think it's because of the money. No, it's because they wanted to go join Atiku for coalition.
Yeah. Yeah. And allegedly, he actually gave that babe $250 million.
You know how much he has displayed? That lady, they say that lady holds launder money for him.
That's what I'm saying. He took it to France. He took it to, I think, France, She took it to France.
That $250 million.
Project money.
Lagos State money.
Lagos State project money. And that, you think, now everybody going to shout. So she's the one that this man, he disappeared from Lagos for 15 days. And people were asking, where is our Oloriebi? What is our Oloriebi? But office people didn't see him. Him and his friends, they went with a private jet. Where he go do lavish party for Bahamas. Aisha's 50th. And spent 15 days lavished party at Bahamas.
The state's money.
Hey.
There's no money, but you will have money to waste. You waste
$10 like water. And people were asking, when is this our Oloriebi for Lagos? He just disappeared. They didn't tell people. He picked his best. 15 of them, they took off.
Thank God to help Nigeria from their hand.
Now the girl don't dump him. You hear say the girl Aisha don't dump him. That's what he's making. He don't dump him now. It's making him very miserable and very unhappy. If that one don't collect enough money now, he don't work out.
You never see anything.
Don't collect that, you don't go. They said that one's 𝗵𝘃𝗆𝗏 is from Kenya. Yeah, the 𝗵𝘃𝗆𝗏 they use. They said allegedly. They said she is from Kenya.
Good for them.
This one, this audio, they take carry this
Mohbad's wife is now my #1 suspect for this whole thing. Now, here are my reasons. The first time I spoke about her and I said everybody is a suspect. 2 days later, they wrote on a popular blog that I was paid, and I am on Naira Marley's payroll, that I was paid to push the whole narrative and say that the wife and the family were the one that did this. That I want to put all the blame on them. I thought about it and I was like, wait. And then secondly, I noticed that some of these blogs, they were only posting consistently about Naira Marley and Sam Larry. Consistently, you understand? And even when other evidences came, where Mohbad was talking about his girlfriend, all of them refused to talk about that part. Do you understand? They refused to talk about that because as of now, just the way Mohbad made that video and he said, if anything happens to me, hold Naira Marley, there's still a voice note, do you understand, that still says that the girl is trying to off him. Do you understand? And Mohbad even said that if you and your family want to do this thing before,
As I reach my side, when I will collect. Do you understand? There's the way the thing was going. I calculated it. And then when I continue talking about them, you understand? The girl's sister said, if I talk about them again, that they're going to knock me a 300 million naira lawsuit. Immediately I said, you know what, yeah? I need to know what's going on. Then I now went down to 𝗂𝗏𝗏 North page because it was on 𝗂𝗏𝗏 North page that I saw that the girl was talking. You understand? Now, the day Mohbad died, barely 24 hours later, like even I think that same day, the wife made straight 8 posts on her story. Straight 8 posts on her story. There was no time to mourn. The thing did not take her by surprise. Do you understand? There was no surprise. So if the breadwinner, you just heard that your breadwinner died, the first thing you do was to pick up your phone and start telling the general public. It's a celebrity. The news was going to come to everybody. The blogs were going to hear it. Why were you the one rushing to go and talk? And now, she's not, the posts she was making, yeah, all the posts were not about him. The posts were about her. Do you understand? Everything included her. Now, her in a way where she was taking everything. She was not making that. She was trying so hard not to make herself a suspect so that nobody is going to talk about her. Now, let me read all those posts she made so that you people understand what I'm talking about. Bros, if they put me for this guy, I swear I'll catch you. Yeah? Now, see, this is why I'm telling you that she's my #1 suspect. The first post, she said,
guys, make I tell you the reason. Because of, after we finished our show yesterday, and they go down through comments, and I will follow all comments. The reason why they look comment, we will do live. Just for people not to get upset. You understand what I mean? So I remember Satato go do like power room, go to go to me, goes, you know, it goes out to the swear. So when they say, I think they are beginning to think that this woman is innocent. That's okay. You listen to this audio. Let everybody look as now beginning to think that this woman is innocent. So that don't forget how the thing happened. How she was making posts on the day her husband died. 8 posts the day this guy died. And you say, why is people dragging her? I can't ask one woman, say, I beg you, no, that not so your husband don't fight. When your husband was sick, and you people were expecting, say, maybe he go survive or he no go survive. That one, he was sick. So your mind is already there, say, maybe something will happen. When something can finally happen, how did you feel? He said, for the next 72 hours, she don't know where she did.
Exactly.
He said, when her husband died, he said 72 hours, she don't know where she did. I can't ask another person. I said, your husband had an accident. What happened? He said she cannot digest it for 1 week. And her husband is gone. But Black Widow, husband, by same day, it was posted. That's why I said, let me bring this video back to let people think back. If people are forgetting to drag this man, to drag this woman, yeah?
You do well, my sister. Yeah, make them remember. Take them back to the beginning.
somebody should help me.
And if there's nothing wrong, why will Karimo come and say he wants to sue this man for 300 million? What are we not talking about here? Exactly. Why do you want to sue him just to call DNA? Anytime somebody call a DNA, I go mad. I don't ask so many women. If your husband's father asks you to do DNA test, we do it. It's ain't good. So why Black Widow one is different? For Africa, for Nigeria, because that are DNA not the rain. If your family of your husband suspect or use to swear to you, grandma lie.
Exactly.
Yes, though.
They'll carry you swear. They go even buy the man, give you drink. They'll carry you go shoot because they believe it on that time. Now we don't pass the time of swearing. This is the time of DNA. Then do DNA and let all of us rest. Take a plaster my face. Let me say, hey, that shame on you. Now my husband get picking. Do it. And I go shame and apologize. So hey, not verse my sister. This is not being get up. Do it. When I want sue person for 300 million because people talk about DNA. And up to today, DNA matter not gonna get hit. And Lagos State Police refuse to help us. When you talk, say 20 minutes after your husband cried in the hospital, and the Iyabo just said no. He cried inside the house, and nobody's taking that word to be anything. And when I said we could just hold Spendy and us, and we said no, we're not going to hold Spendy and us. Not only Spendy and us do this thing. There's more people that did this thing that are supposed to go down than Spendy and us.
If I talk about them again, that they're going to knock me a 300 million naira lawsuit. Immediately I said, you know what, yeah? I need to know what's going on. Then I now went down to 𝗂𝗏𝗏 North page because it was on 𝗂𝗏𝗏 North page that I saw that the girl was talking. You understand? Now, the day Mohbad died, barely 24 hours later, like even I think that same day, the wife made straight 8 posts on her story. Straight 8 posts on her story. There was no time to mourn. The thing did not take her by surprise. Do you understand? There was no surprise. So if the breadwinner, you just heard that your breadwinner, bye, the first thing you do was to pick up your phone and start telling the general public. It's a celebrity. The news was going to come to everybody. The blogs were going to hear it. Why were you the one rushing to go and talk? And now, she's not, the posts she was making, all the posts were not about him. The posts were about her. Do you understand? Everything included her. Now, her in a way where she was taking everything. She was not making that. She was trying so hard not to make herself a suspect so that nobody is going to talk about her. Now, let me read all those posts she made. So that you understand what I'm talking about. Bros, if you're pulling for this guy, I swear I'll catch you. Now, see, this is why I'm telling you that she's my #1 suspect. The first post, she said, somebody should help me. I can't do this alone. Now, this person did this thing and used 3 crying emoji. People that are seriously hurt forget emojis. I'll tell you for free, and I'm telling you, they forget emojis. Do you understand? Unless you are so strong, then you remember. But see emojis, let's leave that one aside. Number 2, she posted another picture of their throwback, and she said, our love story was a different one. We fought really hard to be here. I don't wish this type of pain on anyone. Now, let's start by circling the word I, which is representing herself. Do you understand? Now, let me move to the next one. Now, see the next one. We had so many plans. 2 responsibilities have now become 1. Talking about herself again. You were my ride or die. Talking about herself again. I really tried my best. I really tried my best to make you stay. Now, all this post, all this post is trying to move. I don't know what she's trying to hide, but I will tell you for free that all her post of that day was about moving the old suspicions away from her place. I'll continue. Then anybody who has a video investigation may contact me say they lie. Now she writes, Liam doesn't deserve this. What do I tell him? He will only grow up to know his father through the internet and his pictures. He will alone Shanumi. I, mark the word I. Moving on. You made pregnancy so easy for me. You don't play no jokes when it comes to me, making it about herself again. Do you understand? And telling people how important she is to this boy, so that people will not even think about her. They will say, oh, this girl was Mohbad, right? This girl was the most important thing to Mohbad. Do you understand? Now, she went on saying, this is what you used to pay me back after 10 years of being with you. Now, I'm trying to establish that they've been long for 10 years, so that people don't doubt anything about her. Like, there's no doubt. She's
now the year,
okay, when did these people start?
Now, post me that
now she puts 10 years. Do you understand? There was no need. There was no need for that. She said,
where's the way husband by you?
10 years.
Okay.
𝗔𝗴𝗲𝗃𝗎 with an emoji again. And this is the part where she literally just shot herself on the foot. She said, I became a wife on this day. This nigger, calling the man that just died, that you love, a nigger. This nigga is so intentional about me, trying to tell people how important she is to her. Now, if you go back to all the messages I've posted before, it is all about telling people how important she is to him, and by diverting attention so that people don't come for her at all. Again, she said, it's so intentional about me. No one is perfect, but you always make sure make sure I don't lack in every areas of life. Most artists don't do wedding, but he proved how much he got me. He proved how much he got me by doing hours. Now, you see what she did here, Most niggas don't do wedding. Now she's trying to tell people that I am legally married to him.
Who answer? Exactly. Who person when he buy you?
All these posts are selfish posts. Do you understand? It is a post that says, no. Look elsewhere. Do you understand? I have established myself. He loves me so much. I'm the queen of the post and everything. Now, moving on. She now says, this is the part where I don't like. You understand? Now, me know what's in there, don't do me with crying emoji. See, not one, not two, not three, almost 10 crying emoji on the row. Then she went on saying, no matter who I met, it can never be like the same.
Can you imagine? The same day, oh.
They go no. You don't think about who you want to go meet.
Yeah.
You don't even think about the next step. No matter who I meet, it will never be like the same. Now this is another part again. Now this is another part. She said, this nigga struggled again. Nigga. Nigga. By where you love.
I go play this video time.
See. This nigga struggled to death. Too many pains, threatening. He has always lived with fear. Continuous fights everywhere he goes. Exactly. He has never been happy for a whole day. He was called a junkie, a mad person, mental issues, so the public would have another view about him. He's dead, at least you all have won. You all made me a widow at 24. Then look at the one that she used to add it, to end it. Nothing makes him happy no more. Even after seeing his baby, he became more worried. He's now a family man. He doesn't want anything to happen to us. He doesn't want anything to happen to us. I was supposed to collect my baby's passport yesterday so we could process our traveling. He always says to me, Wumi, please go far for my baby's sake. I wouldn't want any harm to happen to you and him. It will break me. You just go, let me face them myself. Lady Olua, rest in peace. You really need that peace. Then she can't do harm. Now,
can you imagine?
6 posts.
No.
6.
No. He said go in peace. Like you really need the peace. That you deserve to buy. I'm now the year with me at the year. Everybody.
Thank you for playing this thing.
That you say you really need the peace.
It refreshed my head.
Somebody say, please, can you replay it? Ooh, okay. Only once. We go play only once. We'll go debate on it. Okay. Only once. They will debate on it. Okay. He said don't forget all the whole thing.
Mohbad wife is now my #1 suspect for this whole thing. Now, here are my reasons. The first time
this is people they play. This is people they play. People not they play for this case.
2 days later,
not somebody go dig and come out again. Now somebody dig and come out again.
And I am on 𝗕𝗏𝗇's payroll that I was paid to push the whole narrative and say that the wife and the family were the ones.
They jot everything down. No, you go hear everything. I just write them down.
And then secondly, I noticed that some of these blogs, they were only posting consistently about Naira Marley and Sam Larry. Consistently, you understand? And even when other evidences came, where Mohbad was talking about his girlfriend, all of them refused to talk about that part. Do you understand? They refused to talk about that because as of now, just the way Mohbad made that video and he said, if anything happens to me, hold Naira Marley, there's still a voice note, do you understand, that still says that the girl is trying to off him. Do you understand? And Mohbad even said that if you and your family don't want to do this thing before, as I reach my side, I will collect. Do you understand?
And then they collect.
The thing was going. I calculated it. And then when I continued talking about them, you understand? The girl's sister said, if I talk about them again, that they're going to knock me a 300 million naira lawsuit. Immediately I said, you know what, yeah? I need to know what's going on. Then I now went down to Tunde North page because it was on Tunde North page that I saw that the girl was talking. You understand? Now, the day Mohbad died, barely 24 hours later, like even I think that same day, the wife made straight 8 posts on her story. Straight 8 posts on her story. There was no time to mourn. The thing did not take her by surprise. Do you understand? There was no surprise. So if the breadwinner, you just heard that your breadwinner died, the first thing you would do was to pick up your phone and start telling the general public. It's a celebrity. The news was going to come to everybody. The blogs were going to hear it. Why were you the one rushing to go and talk? And now, she's not, the posts she was making, yeah, all the posts were not about him. The posts were about her. Do you understand? Everything included her. Now, her in a way where she was taking everything. She was not making, she was trying so hard not to make herself a suspect so that nobody is going to talk about that. Now, let me read all those posts she made so that you people understand what I'm talking about. Bros, if they put me for this guy, I swear I'll catch the hair. Now, see, this is why I'm telling you that she's my #1 suspect. The first post, she said, somebody should help me. I can't do this alone. Now, this person did this thing and used 3 crying emoji. People that are seriously hurt forget emojis. I'll tell you for free, and I'm telling you, they forget emojis. Do you understand? Unless you are so strong, then you remember. But see emojis, let's leave that one aside. Number 2, she posted another picture of their throwback, and she said, our love story was a different one. We fought really hard to be here. I don't wish this type of pain on anyone. Now, let's start by circling the word I, which is representing herself. Do you understand? Now, let me move to the next one. Now, see the next one. We had so many plans. Two responsibilities have now become one. Talking about herself again. You were my ride or die. Talking about herself again. I really tried my best. I really tried my best to make you stay. Now, all this post, all this post is trying to move. I don't know what she's trying to hide, but I will tell you for free that all her post of that day was about moving the old suspicions away from her place. I will continue. I'll continue. Then anybody who has a video investigation may contact me say they lie. Now she writes, Leon doesn't deserve this. What do I tell him? He will only grow up to know his father through the internet and his pictures. He will wrong Shanumi. Mark the word I. Moving on. You make pregnancy so easy for me. You don't play no jokes when it comes to me, making it about herself again. Do you understand? And telling people how important she is to this boy, so that people will not even think about her. They'll say, oh, this girl was Mohbad, right? This girl was the most important thing to Mohbad. Do you understand? Now, she went on saying, this is what you used to pay me back after 10 years of being with you. Now, I'm trying to establish that they've been long for 10 years, so that people don't doubt anything about her. Like, there's no doubt. She's trying to kill, okay, when did these people start? What has been it? Now, she puts 10 years. Do you understand? There was no need. There was no need for that. She said, this is what you pay me back after 10 years. 𝗷𝗶𝗆𝗀𝗶 𝗕𝗫𝗀𝗏 with an emoji again. And this is the part where she literally just shot herself on the foot. She said, I became a wife on this day. This nigger, calling the man that just died, that you love, a nigger. Psycho nigger. This nigger is so intentional about me, trying to tell people how important again she is to her. Now, if you go back to all the messages I've posted before, it is all about telling people how important she is to him, and by diverting attention so that people don't come for her at all. Again, she said, it's so intentional about me. No one is perfect, but you always make sure make sure I don't lack in every areas of life. Most artists don't do wedding, but he proved how much he got me. He proved how much he got me by doing hours. Now, you see what she did here, yeah? Most niggas don't do wedding. Now she's trying to tell people that I am legally married to him. Do you understand? It is I. It is a all these posts are selfish posts. Do you understand? It is a post that says, no. Look elsewhere. Do you understand? I have established myself. He loves me so much. I am the queen of the coast and everything. Now, moving on. Now, since this is the part where I don't like, you understand? Now, me know waiting death don't do me with crying emoji. See, not one, not two, not three, almost 10 crying emoji on the row. Then she went on saying, no matter who I met, it can never be like the same. Hey! That's where just they go now. You don't think about who you want to go meet. She don't even think about the next step. No matter who I meet, it will never be like the same. Now, this is another part again. Now, this is another part. She said, this nigga struggled again, nigga. That's where just by where you love, nigga. This nigga struggled to death. Too many pains, threatening. He has always lived with fear. Continuous fights everywhere he goes to. He has never been happy for a whole day. He was called a junkie, a mad person, mental issues, so the public would have another view about him. He's dead, at least you all have won. You all made me a widow at 24. Then look at the one that she used to add to end it. Nothing makes him happy no more. Even after seeing his baby, he became more worried. He's now a family man. He doesn't want anything to happen to us. He doesn't want anything to happen to us. I was supposed to collect my baby's passport yesterday so we could process our traveling. He always says to me, Wumi, please go far for my baby's sake. I wouldn't want any harm to happen to you and him. It will break me. You just go, let me face them myself. 𝗷𝗶𝗆𝗀𝗏, rest in peace. You really need that peace. Then she can't do harm. Now, she did 6 posts about how the both of them loved each other. Do you understand? How Mohbad worship her, how Mohbad take her, how Mohbad did the best things for her, everything about her, right? Do you understand? Then she made 2 posts. Sending everything away by saying they took him away from me by doing this, by doing that. Bro, as of now, that girl is my #1 suspect. As of now, she is my #1 suspect. Coupled with the voice notes that Mohbad said that if you and your family don't do this thing before, and for my place, I will stop. And then he even went on saying that if you buy me, sure you will buy my family too. Do you understand? And then he even said, if you buy me finish, you will suffer. I'm not even talking about the charts where he said you F with. Where he said, you F with who? Do you understand? Now, if you read from the top of the charts, you understand what I'm trying to say. So as of now, again, don't tell my number one suspects. As of today, I took my time. I analyzed the whole thing. She's not my number one suspect. Yes, they say Naramani don't pay me to move and go to the family. And I understand why they said that. They said that because they don't want nobody to talk about it. I will talk about it. I will dig more deeper. Don't play. We will get justice. Mohbad's wife is now my number one suspect.
So that means it don't take away they try to shut people mouth, but we did not realize it. From the start of the case. From the start of the case, they don't shut people's mouths up. They will not pick them. That's what they say. Bring this audio, you go see, say, from the beginning of this case, they don't threaten people already not to talk. And they start with the very darkness, say, we go sue you if you talk of DNA tests. Why will you sue somebody for somebody asking for DNA tests? Not be you born the picking, not be the man you born her for. Now you born picking, now the man you born her for. So what do they sue the person for DNA for? You go first, go do one. You go first, go do the DNA. Simple. Grandma, anybody won't cut to they put on that audio now. Yeah. So they annoy me. They annoy me. They annoy me. I'm not like you.
No, I picked few points.
Okay.
I just want to talk about. I think I have like 5 or 6 points.
Okay.
First of all, Antada, God bless you. Thank you for bringing out this video. It's really, when you are so thirsty under the sun, tired, famished, and somebody gives you a cold glass of lemonade.
Yeah.
Oh my God. It will enter your brain. That's what this thing do me. This video just enter my brain. Now, number one, you see, Karimo that said he was going to sue VDM for 300,000 naira.
No, million. No, 300 million naira.
Sorry, yeah, 300 million naira. Sorry, my sister.
Yeah.
Because VDM mentioned DNA. It's so sad. It's so sad how confused Karimo is. It's so sad how, Holy Spirit, give me the English word to use for this Karimo self. Confused, scattered, not composed, nothing. Not even knowing who or what. I think it's on ground that she's really talking about. Because this same Karimo came out. You that accuse somebody for 300 million, if you dare, I'll sue you. I think VDM should even now come and sue her for double of this amount, 600 or triple 900. Because this same Karimo came out on her platform and said Liam is a bastard.
You see,
Luckily, I was walking, I was going to the market. I had her talking, so I stopped by. I sit down for fence, they look up. So what is this one talking about? Who is it? I just said Liam is a bastard.
Jesus, is a bastard. From my mouth.
I said, yes. She said that she was saying it with all her full chest. Liam is an omwale. I dare Wumi to go and do a DNA. I say, oi. So VDM, if we look for that video, bring it out, we can sue her. We can sue her for what she said to you. So you can imagine how this family is such a family that, honestly, when they say family of evil, of fires, of destroyers of destiny, it is Wumi's family. Wumi's family, number one. Wumi's sister, brother, mama, because we don't know her father. We hear say during our wedding, they rented the father, so we don't know who her father is. They said the man that they brought was not her father, it was a rented father. So we don't know her father. Very criminal family. Can you imagine? And then she went on and on. This eye and eye syndrome that VDM is talking about. Honestly, it took me to the Bible. You know now, when the devil was said, I will be like the Lord Jesus. I will surpass him. I will do this. I will do that. You know, when he was trying to say, oh yeah, when the Lord was on the mountain fasting, the Lord Jesus, he said, see this beautiful, look at the city, look at everywhere, just jump, just bow down and tap me. I will give you. Can't you see that Wunmi has that spirit? The same evil spirit is in Wunmi. The eye syndrome spirit, the eye syndrome evil satanic spirit is working in Wunmi. Because if you actually listen to that video, all she was trying to say, and it's true, she was trying to exonerate herself. I and Liam, I pray here, I. That anybody that talks to you, please, and keep saying I will, I am, I did, I will, run away from that person. That person is operating under what they call the demonic satanic eye syndrome. To the Bible. The devil said, I will exalt myself above the Lord. I will do this. I will do that. Bow down and worship me. I will give you the whole world. Look at idiot. Who get the world, self? Who creates the universe? This is not our Heavenly Father, our Heavenly God Almighty. They have created the universe. And you see counterfeit demon is working in Wunmi. And that's the kind of person that people want to believe. I took you to the Bible so that you understand that girl is not just an ordinary girl. She's operating under the spirit of different lots of demonic things. That is why she's so careless. She doesn't care. She didn't mourn. Not your husband just died. You are not crying. It's not paining you. I've never seen Wunmi cry for one day for this guy. Your husband. My friend just lost her husband. Even me not be my husband. Now my bestie husband. Me, I cry because I remember, as family friends, all growing up together, childhood friends, all of us. I got married first. She got married second. I remembered all the good and nice days. I was crying. That be my husband, oh. Then if you see my friend now, that was Kata body. That's why just this church in leg. This church for ground with a beggar. That is husband that you love. Husband that you care about. Husband, Wunmi. Husband cried, my darling, less than 1 hour. Wunmi don't enter social media. Who does that?
But for this whole thing. Now,
he don't enter social media. They try to exonerate herself. Trying to exonerate herself, trying to do self-protection, trying to remove herself already. If you notice from day one, this I think she's trying to remove herself already from the client that don't know about this thing. If you guys listen to this thing well towards the end, who does that? When you're supposed to be in your house mourning, crying, then they beg you, say, hey, drink small water, 𝗔𝗲𝗴𝗲𝗀𝗹, calm down. Like my friend from Port Harcourt, he go say, 𝗔𝗲𝗴𝗲𝗀, that's calm down, take it easy, 𝗔𝗲𝗴𝗲𝗀. I not see this girl one water for her eye. Now so her eye dry, kakaraka. Her eye dry, kakaraka, from the beginning till now. And they are telling me she's innocent. Who the heck is innocent? Wunmi? Oh my gosh. Like Mohbad said in the video, I will be the last person on our family will touch. Now don't they touch the pie they go, but you see me, una try and una buy me one light a lie, according to that little boy. One light a lie, I will hook una for truth. The whole world will come against you people. My family. Do you know that guy knows that his family is the whole world, not his biological family. He wasn't referring to Mama Papa Mohbad.
Exactly.
He was not. That guy is so highly spiritually intellected that he was not. Because you know, say, wait Papa Mohbad won't do, wait Mama Mohbad won't do. This guy already has foreseen what people are going to do for him. So he said, my family will stand for me. My family will fight. He's talking about me, you. You at the comment station, family of Mohbad. Us, here. The family of Mohbad, every true justice fighter, the family of Mohbad in the whole world. This boy saw it. My sisters and my brothers, may we not fall into the hands of evil women or evil men. In the mighty name of Jesus. I rest my case.
Amen. You see, when you listen to this very dark man's analogy, you will discover that even Wunmi included travel. He wanted me and my baby to travel far. You see it? Because she knew from the start that she was going to run away. That was why Karimo took her to the embassy from day one. So that when if she had succeeded in running away, she wanted people to think that, oh, that is why. Mohbad really wanted, yes. Mohbad really wanted them to run away. So that's why she left. Yeah, God will punish her. Yeah, you will remain that same spot where you destroyed. Yeah. Where are you running to? You think you will just you will buy this boy, you will take your son to collect all his property, then go and start a new life where you will now carry that your baby to hang on another person's neck. But she failed. And then as for Karimo came out and aggressively started attacking her family and the woman because people were already dragging her. They were already saying that she was the nurse. So that's why I believe 100% that Karimo was in that house that Monday.
They've asked her to bring her passport now.
If you look at where she stays, she stays in the state she stays. That state does not have a direct flight to Nigeria. So it's not something that you can just get a flight ticket and then you just hop into the plane and start going to Nigeria. New York to Nigeria is about 9.5 hours. Yeah, she had to take flights to either New York or to DC. Those two states are the nearest to, is it Rhode Island? They said she lives or somewhere, Delaware, either Delaware or Rhode Island. So you have to book a flight first to this other place before you cannot take another flight that will go to Nigeria. And no flight will just jump and be going to Nigeria straight. There's a long wait time. Yeah, a flight going from New York to Nigeria. How many flights goes from New York to Nigeria a day? How many? Correct. And how many flights goes from DC to Nigeria a day? That she's now making mouths that she just hop on the flight. If she wants to drive from where she lives to New York, it will take about 3-4 hours. And even after you drive and get there, how did she even think that people would just think she just hopped on the computer, buy a ticket, and then get a direct flight that will arrive the Tuesday? Karimo, you must be sick in your head to think that everybody have low intelligence like you people. People have put this thing down, analyze it, and see that there's just no way, except if you don't live in these areas, that you can just get a ticket and they just hop in and just start going. Heck no. Delta is the flight that goes to Nigeria direct. And with Delta has 2 flights that moves in a day to Nigeria. So, which one did you get in as you just hear the news? How many hours did it take you to drive from where you are to where you went to board your flight? And if you say, oh, I took flight from Rhode Island to New York, oh, that is even going to cause more delays. Because you are not just going to jump into the airport and then the airport quickly, you just hop into the flight and then you just go in. No, it doesn't happen that way.
Yeah, you check in the routines, you check it with all that, and it's time consuming. You're right.
She must be sick.
Right.
And Grandma, remember, she stay on the phone till 3 a.m. in the morning with them.
Exactly. Okay. Where were you staying on the phone till 3 a.m.?
I thought to forget that part.
Inside the flight, when you were flying.
Begging them not to bury him.
Begging them. Okay, before you were begging them not to bury him, meaning you suspected that people bite this boy. Then, after you suspected that people bite this boy, these you people went and were shouting Naira Marley and Sam Larry. Did you now, have you people been able to bring out the people that bite this boy? Because definitely people bite this boy. From you people's accounts. That was why you were begging for him not to be buried, for him to have an autopsy. Karimo, I'm talking to you. So if you are begging for them to do an autopsy, for him not to be put in the ground, it therefore means that you suspected that people by this boy. Yeah. And then who were buried in the house, according to your grandmother, Iyabo. She said categorically and said it over and over that this boy died inside the house. Meaning, these people came to the house, buried him, and left. Yeah. So why have you people not insisted on the police finding those people that came to the house? Why have you not given description of these people that came to the house? Because when they came to the house to buy him, he was not the only one there. According to you people's accounts, that he was buried inside the house. So when they came to buy him, he was not the only one in the house. Why have you people not insisted and given a sketch of how the people look like? Oh, he tall, he slim, he get dada, he get low cut, or he die in hair, or that's he nose big, he mouth wide, one of their teeth bend go corner. So you didn't see any of those ones to describe. And then you say you want to go sue very Darkman. That threat alone indicates that there's something you people are hiding. Of course. For you to even make a threat. And I was so happy how very Darkman shot this boy, that the freeze of that period. Because that the freeze wanted to go the wrong way. But he quickly realized himself and abandoned the case. Yeah. Because he was the first person they used. That it was his platform Karimo used. Karimo went, yes, and that the freeze was already bringing out emotions. Oh, the boy's father, they said, was very greedy. The boy's father was very greedy. And then they quickly go and bury him. But when people defended under the freeze, he said that was losing before, quickly corrected him. That is why it's good to have a good wife. That the freeze now has a very good wife that may have told him, hey, no, you can't follow these people. And quickly drag him away. Otherwise, he would have been dragged along them now. Yeah. Who on earth will remember crying emoji if your husband died? A husband that paid your diary in full. Since celebrities not really pay their own wife diary in full, now you won't be the first to be paid in full. I never noticed that they paid that in half before. It was with me. I know that there's half of the important payment.
My brand price was paid in full.
They paid price instrumentally.
I don't never hear that for Nigeria.
I never know.
Is it by force to get married? If you're not ready, don't marry. If you're ready, you pay brand price.
You're not ready.
Exactly.
Now, Adebanjo family, they pay instrumentally.
I never know that now on credit basis that they marry now. I don't know. I've never heard of it. I've never seen it. Everybody that are married that I know, they brought money, they took their wife and they left. So I've never seen where they pay some full and pay some half. It is women and she should name the celebrities that pay their only half. So that we'll start shaming them.
Now for their family, then they marry for their family. They will pay half, they will pay small.
Crying emoji for your husband when he buy.
6 posts on same on that 1 hour.
On less than 1 hour, you already posted. And you remember to carry it phone. The Perez Medical Center doctor said it all. He said when they were now going through their CCTV camera record, she now discovered that, oh, that is the one they call the wife. She was carrying a baby and just sitting there as if she was a patient that came for treatment.
You see him? You see on the era now.
People will be using their body to hit the ground. Even my husband, no. My husband, no. Hey.
I'm telling you.
You won't even have strength. You won't have strength to stand up.
That doctor was shocked. That is that the wife? They said yes. Are you guys sure she's a patient? They said that's the wife.
See that carry picking the look.
Okay. You know,
the initial picture that they brought, she was in the same car where the boy's tied body was.
How she didn't manage to there? This girl get mine, though. Let's be honest here.
She was in the car, she was pushing backwards towards the door, so the camera will not pick her face. She was in that car.
Hey, so people get my shot.
You know the fear I have in this mobile case, why I want to see how it ends, is because if these type of things are allowed in Nigeria, I'm so scared for what will happen to the other celebrities we have, the male celebrities, because these are children that we enjoy their music, they play music, and we are very happy for the way they have taken Nigeria's name
to another level.
To another level. People that don't even know that you are Nigerian before, once they hear the music, Davido, 𝗲𝗏𝗏𝗀𝗏, Burna Boy, all these other people, when they hear their music, they say,
are you from Nigeria?
Exactly. Are these guys from the Caribbean? They said, no, they are Nigerian. Some people don't even know where Nigeria is. They are thinking that Nigeria is from the Caribbean. Yeah. More people that will ask, I will tell them, no, Nigeria is in West Africa. They say Nigeria is an African country. I say, yes, Nigeria is in West Africa. It's an hour away from Ghana. So I will start describing it. And it's because of this, our music. Yeah. And our movies. These are our Nigerian movies.
Exactly. I don't play with our celebrities at all.
I tell you, I don't joke with them. That is why when all these things are happening among them, it really hurts me.
Our government is bad.
Government have failed. You cannot write anything about this government that we have had in successful times. And then the only people that you can say, I'm a Nigerian. The only time you can say I'm a Nigerian is when you hear this boys' music claiming all the awards. That is where you will be proud that you are a Nigerian. And now, some gutter useless girls are coming, like their mother had them the wrong way, coming to buy them. No, it shouldn't be accepted.
Just, grandma, just look at this direction. If Mohbad still there alive by 2 years now, that guy for don't blow.
Well.
I tell you, that
immunization would have gone far.
I'm telling you.
And he would have helped. He would have helped to raise a lot of the kids from the streets.
Exactly.
No, he has already registered a new upcoming artist. He has already, this boy has done that. They said he had like 7 or 8 or 9. That's how all these guys are crying. He has already like 9 or 10.
I don't know why Nigerian government is not taking it. Nigerian government is not taking it seriously, because this is a child that would have helped reduce crime in the society. So he would have raised a lot of these children.
and Sam Larry were very upset with him. That's why they were going after him, because they saw that this boy left. He left me within 4 months. He left before the end of our contract. And this boy has registered his own company, immunization, and he already has signed up like 8 or 9 or 10 people.
Mohbad get brain, though. That boy brain the hot. That's what I look about love. He's too smart. He's too smart. He's too smart for Black Widow. He's too smart. He goes suffer.
That boy, you just quench that boy light. God.
This girl will suffer because he dashed the hope of so many people.
So many people.
Of course, that's why they are looking for justice for him.
If you go and see many of these armed robbers, if you ask them, many do not want to be on the streets. They want to be like all these celebrities too. And many of them have talents. They have talent, but they just don't have anybody to help them. So they took their intelligence to the wrong direction. Because to be an army robber, you must be very intelligent. So.
Exactly.
Of course.
You must be very smart.
Of course.
Calculated.
Of course.
As dull as Adura, that was why they caught him and they almost put tire for his neck. Because he was dull and he wanted to go and do armed robbery.
I know, it's so sad. It's so sad.
It's so sad. It's so sad.
3 months or 4 months, you left Naira Marley's record. This boy has registered. And another thing that they said got me very angry, that added to him to buying this boy. She found out about demoralization, and then she found out that the guy, her name was not there. The guy did not put her at anything. No board of director, no trustee, nothing. The boy did not get her involved in his new company. Her name was not there. They said she was very pissed off with him. No board of director, no, her name wasn't there. Whatever, no, her name wasn't there. The boy didn't get her involved in immunization at all. As far as it's concerned, this is my own stuff, and put 1 or 2 names he wanted to put.
Now I see why she joined them to really buy him.
Yeah, that thing got her very mad.
Because it's always said that if house not buy you, outside not fit buy you.
Of course.
So, that is why.
He checked everything. Board of Justice, no name. Board of this, nothing. You got me out of it.
People.
Another year. Sister Lawyer.
ẹ ṣàdúpẹ́ pé gbogbo wa àtẹ̀lé Kàrímọ́ ṣe Kàrímọ́ wà manipulative alẹ́ yìí ni mo tó mọ̀ ó wà shock ara ẹ̀ ò balẹ̀.
jẹ́ ẹ̀tẹ̀lé tẹ́lẹ̀
èmi blessing
ẹ̀tẹ̀lé padà.
èmi kọ́ mọ́mí rẹ̀ àná wọ́n bá yín wí èmi máa tẹ̀lé wèrè pé mo kàn pé àwọn olórí burúkú ló jókòó tì lókè. bàbá yẹn tó bẹ̀rẹ̀
àní jẹ́ ní nọ́mbà mi.
nísìnyí òbó ti gbóhùn lọ ayé.
Sorry. He said put English. Okay, I'll put English. Sister Lawyer dey here now. Why are you scared? Sister Lawyer is here. Yes, so. You know that this case don't reach people, they go back. That's why I see that this week. They keep on calling community.
You see, right now, where a lot of people are against Kàrímọ́, everybody's against her now.
Because he deceived people.
He deceived everybody. Yes, she lied and she deceived people. That's all these ones are saying. Kàrímọ́, no correct that one.
You see him?
So the other lady said, "Should be you were part of." I say, God forbid. Me part of Kàrímọ́. I only go. They don't deny Kàrímọ́. They are denying Kàrímọ́. They say I only go there to listen when she talks, and I found out that Kàrímọ́'s head is not correct. They said they found out that Kàrímọ́ is not. Kàrímọ́ is mental. There's something wrong with her head.
Okay, that's what they are speaking in Yoruba now.
So she stopped going. She stopped going there.
Okay.
That Kàrímọ́ said it's not correct. The kind of things that Kàrímọ́ says, that a normal human being, the person head correct. Not going to talk rubbish like the way Kàrímọ́ says.
We already know that Kàrímọ́ has mental problem from day one.
But I don't know why her husband will not tell her to take her to the hospital.
The husband will not take her to the hospital because he will be thinking that it is the case that makes her to be like that. Not knowing that it's Mohbad that is making her go crazy.
Okay, it's Mohbad.
It's Mohbad though. Mohbad will make all of them remove clothes.
They need to remove clothes for road.
All of them will remove clothes. Mohbad will naked them for street.
No be small, we will disgrace all of them.
We disgrace them. They don't know what they are joking with.
And it's very heavy.
Make she go rest.
She's very heavy. She's pregnant. She's very heavy.
If you go develop the 𝗵𝘃𝗏 psychosis, she go really crazy.
It's very heavy. As I felt she talk, she would open eye. Even her parents would tell her, calm down, take it easy. I said, no, make it shout now. Calm down.
Make she take her easy. Make she take her easy to get safe delivery.
So you have to drink water.
Yeah.
Drink water.
Somebody be pregnant and be doing that.
And take a break as well.
The woman here, she's so restless. I agree with you, Grandma.
No, something is wrong, but she come. No, now she dey drag her family, which is not giving us justice. What we want is justice.
Exactly. It's diversion now. She's using that to divert people's attention.
Yes.
Immediately she heard that they are saying she's the nurse. From them, Karimo jumped out, started diverting attention.
I remember when they said she was crying when they arrested Agura. She wept like a baby. You know what that thing told me? You know what I learned from that crying? She was cursing this guy, what's his name?
Yomi.
I was crying. Yomi has arrested Agura. If you see this woman, the fear will catch you now. You go look at you, the fear will catch you. Hey, Yomi,
No. Make I tell you what I suspect, So, why all of the girl wire? Okay. You see what did make me suspect them? The time where Adorabe was arrested for 3 weeks or 2 weeks. Then they fear say that boy knows a lot and he goes talk.
Yes, 9, that's it.
So they were scared of that arrest. So that's why everybody's protecting that boy so bad. Because they know say police they alone with that boy go talk. And they don't want the boy to talk.
No.
So that's why they are scared. If you make sure any arrest now for Mohbad brother, hey, social media will catch fire. They'll come for you. Yeah.
Okay, another thing I suspected was this. I suspected that Karimo has been in Lagos maybe a few days before Mohbad died.
Yes.
So listen, what I suspected was that, oh my God, if you watch the way she was wailing and wailing that day, I watched her, I was like, what the heck is wrong with this girl? I said, I kept like trying to connect. Father God, what's wrong with this girl? What has Adura got to? What is arrest causing this drama? Another thing I suspected that Karima was there a few days before. And Karima was in that 3-second video.
Yes.
Karima was part of those in that video. When that video comes out there, it will shock everybody in Nigeria.
Yes. That was why she just went all the way haywire.
That's everything to scatter that video. Before, she didn't know what that video was all about. It was CCTV. She wanted she wanted to work with Yomi to bring out CCTV. When she now heard about that part, because that was the last video before Mohbad fight.
You see all that pretense that she wants to join them in finding the CCTV. No, she wants to see how much of her.
Yes, how much of her is there? Yes, and she would have gone behind She would have gone behind Yomi, spent so much money and quenched that CCTV.
Yes.
He wanted to try that she can get it out by herself and destroy it. Yes, that was her aim. Yes, Yomi didn't know. So it was a good thing that she and Yomi fell out.
Even when I was checking the comment section, people were wanting to say, why is everybody against 3 seconds video? If there's nothing on that video, make it come out. Why would they cry? Don't fight, there's nothing on that video. Don't fight for that video. Okay, we agree, nothing. Release it then. Release it to the public. Let's just accept it. Let's agree, say yes, nothing did. But release the 3 seconds video.
They release it.
They refuse to release it.
They refuse.
Yeah.
Police is running away from 3 seconds video. Everybody is running away. Mohbad is running away from 3 seconds video. Wunmi is running away from 3 seconds video. What is in 3 seconds? And then they intensified it from Mohbad. And 3 seconds video news came out. The hate for Yomi started. That was where the hate for Yomi came. 3 seconds video.
And that 3 second video, that tiny Lego Nasi, that dry Lego long cloth, that Mary Slessor cloth from Mohbad the way, Mama Mohbad carry black leg for that kind of 𝗂𝘁𝗃𝗢𝗢 slippers wey dey wear. She wear different color. That 𝗂𝘁𝗃𝗢𝗢𝗀 slippers with her long gowns, all those are maxi gowns wey she get.
They say if you want cash Mama Mohbad, give her 50,000. You go pack Okrika for a domota. She'll be dancing.
She like all those long gowns.
Ah, they say like Okrika too much. If you want to buy her over now, buy her Okrika. Carry and go there. Give her 50,000. She go pack plenty. 2,000, 1,000. She go pack like 40. They say that we take cash and be that.
She got them plenty with staff.
Yes, you can't wear bets.
I'm not been talking.
She can't carry bet, Jenna.
Yeah, she has kept quiet.
She has kept quiet, yeah.
Yeah. That same video, I was passing by, I had Karimo.
Okay.
Karimo has that video, that 3-second video. Karimo has something similar.
Yeah, they said she had the 3-second video.
He had the 3-second video. Do you know what she said? That day was like, that was the day she blocked my other number. I comment, I said, you're a very wicked girl. When I listened to what she said, I can say you're a very wicked evil girl. You are not fighting for justice. You
very wicked. Very wicked.
I laughed. She said that video, she knows what is inside, but she will not expose it because somebody dear to her heart is inside that video.
And we are fighting for justice. Yeah. So if person that is dear to your heart, by Mohbad, you will not release the information. So why are we fighting for justice? Yeah.
Wicked, yes.
So why are we here?
Somebody dear to her heart is inside that video. So therefore, she's the one. Yeah, she's the one. I agree with you. She's the one. She's inside.
So you have the okay. Why are you coming out even talking? When you have what can lead us to the fires of Mohbad, and you said because for somebody you like the inside, you will not bring it out. Is that not stupidity?
Somebody that is dear to your heart, and you are fighting for justice.
Exactly. That's the word she used. Somebody there is close to my heart, and I wouldn't want to expose that person. I dealt with her.
What are you doing in the justice of Mohbad then? What are you doing?
That's what I'm saying, my dear sister.
Yeah, if we are protecting some people and covering some people and want some people to be quiet.
She exposed herself as an anti-justice unknowingly by saying that.
He's covering the real people, and then you want the people that are not the right people to be persecuted.
Yeah. So and they want all of them want Prime Boy to go down for the pine of Mohbad. I noticed that the family of Mohbad does not like Prime Boy.
Yes.
They don't like Prime Boy. Yeah.
They don't like him at all.
At all.
They're very ungrateful family now.
They don't like Prime Boy. I don't know what Prime Boy did to them. They don't like Prime Boy.
Prime Boy exposed them that stepmother not care.
Yes,
stepmother not care.
They are dirty secrets. Because somebody even said it, that Baba Mohbad and Co, they are all very ungrateful. That if nothing, they should be thanking Prime Boy's mother every day. Because they said, how long, they were asking about one platform said, how long did Baba Mohbad look after Mohbad? Not so long. Mohbad moved into the house of Prime Boy, moved away from that house. So all that I looked after him. Now they were asking, let you come out and say how many years. That Mohbad moved into Prime Boy's house, and the two of them became brothers, and were going to school together, sleeping and eating together. The mother of Prime Boy was looking after Prime Boy. That was when that's when Mama Mohbad now was jealous. I started accusing Baba Mohbad of sleeping with Mama Prime Boy because of the closeness. And that woman was just doing her own because of God. Because the boy has nobody and has no mother figure and no food.
No food in their house. Yeah.
When he was boasting,
she took that
when he was boasting, he said that he took care of the boy by himself. You took care of the boy, and you turned the boy into child labor. Baba Mohbad should be sued for child labor.
Child labor, yes.
You turned that boy into child labor, and you were the one collecting the money. Where is the money that Mohbad worked as a carpenter? Where is it?
Yeah.
It's not that you collected all the money from him.
But in Nigeria, now parents work with their children work with their parents. Now that one is not. But
it's wrong.
Yeah, it's wrong. But we did they do that? Children follow their mama to the market and all that.
And then you should be grateful to the son then.
Yeah, you should be grateful, but they don't.
Instead of saying that I took care of him, I did this one.
Africa is normal for your son to work with you, but here you can't try it. If you work with you, you pay. Yeah.
You pay him or you pay her.
You pay. Oh. If you're picking a work for you, pay. Oh. Anything they do for you.
Yeah.
You cannot enslave anybody. This boy, you raise this boy and use him for child labor, and you had the guts to come out and be bragging about, I took care of him myself.
The lady, please ask Baba Mohbad, how many years was Mohbad with him that he's talking? How many years before he moved out at what age and moved with a Prime Boy? So is that the thank you that they want to thank Prime Boy's mother by sending Prime Boy to jail? By sending the woman that got your phone to jail? Is that the thank you Baba Mohbad and his family wants to say to Mama and Mama Prime Boy by sending the first son to jail to do nothing? He was not in that house. He called them in the morning. They asked him not to come. Thank God that boy kept all the chats. He read all his chats in court. Thank God he kept all the chats. It's not like those stupid boys that delete immediately. Thank God he kept those chats because he never knew this boy would fight that next day. He never knew. So the chats were all there. I'm coming to pick up this stuff. Oh, please, I need my bag. Wumi answered her. Don't come for now.
That you see, where Prime Boy made the worst mistake was trying to cover up, even not to expose the family. Because when he would have just said everything that first day when they looked for him. He would have described everything. Instead, he was trying to protect the family. These are the shameless families.
They don't look at the family now. Lori Buruku, Baba Mohbad and Co. Said they're a wicked family. He didn't know. They were trying to protect his friend's family by not, saying those things out. But by the time they got at him, he was shocked. Say, what am I doing? Friend, but is your head correct? I'm protecting you like holding me.
And now he's going to court. Going to court to go say they should bring Prime Boy back. And they should bring them back.
I don't blame him now.
If you ask me, that bringing back is not just for Naira Marley and Sam Larry. The main person there is Prime Boy they want.
Exactly.
I know that thing is Prime Boy they want. Not even Naira Marley and Sam Larry. They know Naira Marley is not going to go to jail. It's Prime Boy they want to know it. Even Black Widow. Black Widow was shouting that for time Prime Boy. So they can do anything to put it on that boy's head. Yeah.
And God will praise them because that boy did not do anything. Let's call it spade a spade.
Exactly.
That boy did nothing. I mean, we've had the story from different people. That boy did nothing.
Nothing where they want to rope something that someone else did on another person.
Even the driver said when Prime Boy was talking and the friend was upset, he said if Prime Boy never raised his hand on Mohbad, he said it that Prime Boy never raised his hand on Mohbad. Rather, Prime Boy escaped and ran when Mohbad was very angry. And that was when he ran to go and
want to force it on him.
Yes, Prime Boy never raised his hand on Mohbad.
And the driver, in fact, that driver is a saving grace. He came out to say that Prime Boy did not follow them home.
Yes.
He did not follow them.
Which one concern Prime Boy now?
Which one concern Prime Boy? He did not follow now, go home. All they want to do is that no, and Prime Boy was the one that came out to let us know that he called Papa Mohbad. Immediately he heard the news, called him several times.
Yes, but he was
Papa Mohbad never said Prime Boy called him. All that initial time, that script they gave to him, he played it very well. He played his own part very well.
Of course, the doctor told him now. Kasara means act it up. Hold on for body. Don't do this, do that. The doctor told him what to do. You do this, do that, do that. Cover the remaining. What rubbish? Who does that? Cover the remaining. And exactly what the doctor told him, that's what he did. When you enter, you go to
he
the back
hid
door.
the daughter away. Just cover that one up. Hid her away.
And now God make a BJ come to space and open the can of worms.
Exactly.
DJ that opened the can of worms. Nobody knew it was the daughter that spoke. You know, DJ can talk and overtalk. DJ will talk and overtalk. DJ will talk and overtalk. Now, when you talk and finish before you realize, you don't realize what's that. She don't talk and finish before she realized what she said. She don't shout finish.
You say she don't shout finish.
She don't shout finish. So people were commenting, oh my God. If I saw the reaction on her face, it's like, oh my God, I have goofed. Waiting, I don't do. People are now commenting on her platform. Wait, are you for real? Blessing told him, hey, oh. She now said, oh, you could see the reaction when she was reading. It's like, oh my God, what have I said? I said, it's good for you. Now, Mohbad, remove and come off for your mouth. Now, it's because Mohbad don't expose you small today. Don't talk small through. Don't tell us truth today. And she said it too. That Baba only said small, and Baba is still keeping some. She said it. When that Baba came out on Sunday, I was just typing that Baba. Okay, Baba's eyes were red. I said, Baba will be wondering, who is this woman? Who is this woman? I said, Baba, the remaining things you are keeping your stomach from blessings, vomit it now, say it out to the public. Let's have justice now. What is all this acting?
He cannot.
And he will say it in court, though. He will say it in court.
Purposely remove blessing from the whole
scene. They go, blessing self will enter court. They are not family, they are all coming to court. They will all enter that box. They will all speak their truth.
That's why they hate Yomina. They hate Yomi so
no, don't use the language it's grandma. Say something else there.
Okay.
Dislike.
They just dislike him. They dislike the Yomi with all passion.
Because that is the angle that Yomi is going to now. Seriously. Gather so many evidence. That's the angle he's going towards. All of them will enter box, don't talk their own. Come and talk what you know.
Yomi is purging them.
I say we just start this justice. We are just starting.
Of course.
We are just now we enter part 3 according to Sister Lawyer. It's not part 3 we will do so.
Yeah, we don't enter chapter 3.
Chapter 3.
Chapter 1 and 2. Now chapter 3 we open, so we don't open chapter 3. We don't open
God protect our very dark man for us, so may God continue to protect him.
Yes, so he talk and I say they come back to the case. The people never even know anything. Yes, I go play that video now.
To come and substantiate the statement they just give under oath, and even from there initiate more thorough investigation. And now, in the absence of the police not doing so, that one is a police duty that they were supposed to do. I'm not the one who's supposed to tell police how to investigate the crime. They should know that. All right, guys, can you all tap on the screen? You're not tapping on the screen. They should know that. So now, if the police didn't do that, our son, who is the son, should pay attention to what the people are saying in the inquest, and now make a formal petition and send it to the police to invite those individuals.
I'm not saying they're going to invite people. They're going to invite people. This case now, they want to invite people again.
Does not hijack investigation, never. It is the police primarily duty to investigate every criminal case in the state. It is police duty. Police never stop. This is what they were saying. You know, I corrected the mistake that happened during Brekete and Ademuyiwa, which is the commissioner of all the mouthpiece for the Nigerian police, like Brekete said, the 𝗂𝘁𝗃 of the Nigerian police. So, if you remember, in that conversation, the police told Brekete, he said, the moment the state comes in, they ask off.
I talked about before.
Do you remember? What?
I said this thing that day. I said, if you listen to what they did for Brekete, people they forget. He said they come out their hand immediately the state took over. He can't say the case not there for their hand again. Do you guys remember?
Yes.
That's why they always drag the Lagos State Police. People don't even understand. I say, make una figure this case. Let's join hands and drag these people. Say we no will agree for the protest continue. People say no, we cannot protest again. When the protest don't give us, they do things. Press conference, they do things. They will not say yes. They never. This is my lie. They must give us justice. It's a must.
That means it's quoted in section 33 because I've always been looking for that. Which law will stop police from investigating the crime? Because one power come, police will not stop. The only law that justify that statement is section 33 of the Police Act. Police Act is what regulates police. That's what tells you their duty, what they should do and what they can never do. If they do it and it's not in line with those acts, they are in problem. So now, section 33 of the Police Act and section 174 and section 211, section 201, section 211. Section 211 of the Constitution says that there are two powers that have the right to take somebody to court, that is to prosecute somebody, to charge somebody to court. The police can investigate you and charge you to court. So it will be you who is a criminal versus the Inspector General of Police or versus the CP of Police of that state. So that's how it will be. If the police take it to court, the police have a legal department within themselves. That is not DPP. Within the police department, they have lawyers who represent police. Okay, who will take the case to court. Now, if police don't take the case to court, let's say the case is maybe very chaotic, and the Ministry of Justice decide to come in, which is the DPP or the Attorney General. Attorney General is the head of the Ministry of Justice, while the DPP is an officer in the Ministry of Justice, an officer of the Attorney General of the state. So, like, they work hand in hand. Attorney General, DPP, they are just one body in the same Ministry of Justice. And the primary duty of Ministry of Justice is to give justice to the citizen of that state. Right? So now, if the police don't take it to court, the Ministry of Justice through the DPP will take it to court. So now, what section 33 of Police Act says that police also have the power to take anybody to court after investigating the person. Unless in cases whereby there's an overriding order from the state, whereby the Ministry of Justice is interested and they want to be the one to take the person to court. So they are not talking about taking to court, not to investigate. DPP don't investigate, Ministry of Justice don't investigate, and court don't investigate. Alright. You understand? So and now when you look at Nigeria, we have three arms of government in Nigeria: the legislative, which makes the law. They make the law. We have the executive who enforce the law, like the police, like the DPP, like the governor of the state. They are all the executive. They enforce the law that was made by the legislative. While judiciary, they interpret that law. If in case maybe police arrested you for something bad, sometimes police can charge you for murder. And when you get to court, the court will interpret the offense, like the charges that they brought on you. The judge will sit down and listen to both sides and then upheld the judgment. That is, give the proper interpretation to that particular crime that was committed. So now the coroner is under the judiciary branch of government. You see, judiciary, the coroner cannot arrest anybody. At best, they can advise from whatever they hear. Anybody, that's what they say, fact finding. The court is always about fact. What is proving? And right now, when you look at the coroner findings, the coroner is trying to look at this case in a more kind of like a criminal, a psychological or a criminal way to see what is close to what killed Mohbad. Why do we have coroners? Coroners are given one task: to find the cause of death of a person. Whenever the medical examination fails, if medical examination holds, coroner is not needed, it's redundant. Coroners are lawyers in Nigeria, they are usually lawyers. But places like Europe, they can be doctors, they can be lawyers. But in Nigeria, to be a coroner, you have to be a lawyer.
Wait, can I ask one question then? Now, remember when Mohbad died, right? They did not do no autopsy. So at what point did they initiate corona? Was it because they examined the body and they couldn't find the cause of death, or they skipped that part, just jumped into corona inquest?
What they would have don't forget on the 21st of September 2023, we were told one thing. We were told that autopsy. Were you in this case 2023?
I was.
So on the 21st September 2023, for in this case, the CP Owumwa, Commissioner of Police then, which has been dismissed right now, he said that they have done autopsy and it has been completed. Okay, and results are waited. Don't forget. He said the autopsy result are waited. Alright? And he also said that toxicology is also being awaited. And don't forget, that was a summary of the 14 of the 2 weeks investigation that they did, right? Because they said they need 2 weeks to inaugurate 14 men to investigate what happened to Mohbad, right? So, and they gave this, I think that was October 5, right? And inquest started September 28th, if you remember, inquest. So now what happened there is that the police would have been signal that there is no cause for death. Because don't forget, the state is the one that is in charge. So the police would have been signaled by the doctors that they don't have, because for police to, I think the police have something substantial, you know, like the second phase of inquest wouldn't have come, right? It's because the police were aware as of that maybe 1 or 2 days later after Mohbad was exhumed, they were aware that cause of death is inconclusive through autopsy. But they don't know whether toxicology can make a difference. But again, let's be clear, right? Part of them, the government, they might have probably seen that it may be true, the government might have seen, they might have conducted the autopsy and seen that they can't find cause of death, and then initiate toxicology and do it as also. Because Mohbad didn't have blood, according to them, Mohbad don't have blood. Blood is one of the major substances for toxicology, to check toxins and chemicals or whatever poisons in the blood. There was no blood, that was the argument. So since there was no blood, and they cannot see any physical mark on Mohbad's body, then they don't want to come to the public. The state wanted to handle everything, delay the time, delay the public, not to speak to public. They already know what was going on, but like, okay, let's establish inquest to waste the public's time. Because if we just quickly come out as last September and say inconclusive, there may be riots. Sure you understand?
Yeah, but wait, Papa, before you go for that, the way you said it now, it was me, according to what I heard or what we don't know for sure. Remember, Karimo said they were the one that went to Falano. It was Falano that introduced or initiated inquest. Now, are we then saying Falano wanted to waste the public's time? Was it playing along with the government, or it was something that happened along the way?
Yeah, you know, to the best of my knowledge, the first person to request to call on the corona to come to this case is Falana's daughter. A day before we went there. Falana's daughter has initiated that. That's what I know. Whenever those antigens come my platform, the way we argue, I've shown it here. When we went, I think on Tuesday, and that call was made on Monday. That call was already on. So it's like, no, don't forget when Mohbad died, the public was already calling on Falana to come on the side of the public. So it's like, the side of women, they felt like, Falana is a very strong legal team. That if he should take side with the public, they are in trouble. So they quickly went in to have him for themselves.
Wait there again, another question there. Now, are you saying that Wunmi has the ability to think the way you just thought now, that if Falana takes the side of the public who are in trouble and she ran to Falana, are you saying she made that decision? And do you think she's that smart to make that kind of decision?
You know, there are people involved. Wumi is not alone here. If Mohbad took us of them, with what I've seen so far in these 2 years, in the 2 years of this girl, being here 2 years, something else killed Mohbad, all right, and a different solution is given. And the state knows that. That's why they quashed every level of investigation. Anything you bring that will give us the lead, they will destroy it. It's because they are not interested in going for what actually came about, but they just want to settle it on a kind of justice. And on the side of Wumi is not the only one here. Mohbad might have involved himself in something with some certain people that they got back to him. But it was beyond Wumi. It was beyond Wumi.
Wait, okay, now, if let's just look at the whole picture now again. Let's look at everything we know now.
Wait. Let's make something clear. Some of our fans are here and they are very ignorant. Okay? They are very, very ignorant. Falana defeated the recent case, Timothy. Falana got justice for Timothy. He stood for Timothy. He didn't lose that case. Every lawyer in their lifetime, they lost and win cases. Just because you don't agree with Falana in this case does not make you type that nonsense that if Falana is strong, why no record of winning case? How many of Falana cases do you know? How many cases has Falana won and lost do you know? And it just, Baba Mbatran, they don't want to take their self-lives and satisfy themselves, you know? If Falana was standing for them, would they be doing this nonsense? Does some shit have the credibility of Falana? Nonsense. Continue,
okay. Yeah, so let's go back to the whole thing again, right? Because based on what you said now, so I'm looking at it. You said maybe Mohbad got down deep in something. So let's say the cause of death comes from outside that has got nothing to do with you and Adura and people in the house. Why would they then keep quiet? What is there for them to lose? Why are they? Because the way they've kept quiet is making it look like they are the ones that are being involved to the fire.
No. Let me see what happened here is right. There is a cooperation between those who are in the house, you know, and Mohbad's death. Part of them know that Mohbad had to die. Some of them even knew even beforehand that Mohbad would be killed.
Wait, now stop there again. As a wife, as a brother, now let's play the role of you and Mohbad's brother. And you know that God forbid Mohbad was going to die or whatever, and eventually killed Mohbad. Because they knew that they were going to kill Mohbad, is there enough for them to then keep quiet and not, when if they have no involvement in it and want to keep quiet? Because I don't see how that is going to...
Get something here. They are not keeping quiet. You should get I want to get something. Whether Adura or Wumi is involved in Mohbad's death, whether they are involved or not, right? If they are involved, yes, they will defend themselves. If they are not involved, they will defend themselves more. What we have seen Wumi defending, yes, I am innocent. I know nothing. I may not tell you guys what happened, and I will not even tell you guys what happened, but I am innocent, and I will defend myself with my last breath.
Which means she's telling us public that, you know what, I didn't come up with a boy, but what I'm not going to tell you.
Exactly.
Now, let's put her in one box now. Now, let's go to Adura now. How do you see Adura? Is he doing the same thing that they make anymore? Because when you see the way
Adura is under influence, Adura and Mamba, they're under influence of other people. If you take Adura away from their group, take Mohbad mother and Adura away from their group for just 1 week. And if an intelligent person is between them, they will expose, they will say many things.
Well, that is the way you see it. But what if Adura is the kind of guy that he will continue to pretend like he wants to say something and never say anything?
Adura doesn't have that intelligence. I've seen Adura speaking. Adura makes so many mistakes. Even Mohbad mother, they don't know how to speak that family. Let me just say that.
Wait. Okay, you've heard from Adura. Tell me one thing that Adura said, one chapo that you think they should have looked into that.
not looking to that, like, one, the case Adora last had with Yomi. Okay. One can allege that Adora messaged Yomi. Alright, and if indeed he messaged Yomi, 𝗲𝗲𝗃, one. And then secondly, when they were in the conference, his attitude towards the situation shows that if investigated further, that something will come out. For example, him talking about, the video, it's been long, it's 3 years ago, this and that. Yes, all those things, like he was pressured. He said those things under pressure because it was the first time he was saying it. Why did he say it before? Could it have been like a new plan? But even if it's a new plan, Adora doesn't look intelligent. If he speak more, if Adora speak for 30 minutes or 1 hour, and you ask him some simple questions, he will make mistake.
Okay, do you think if that video indeed have 𝗁𝗏 Mohbad that it was the video of the night Mohbad died, do you think he would have jabbled? Do you jabble?
Like, even if that video has to do with what killed Mohbad, as long as it's been told not to expose it, okay? Now, he will want to cooperate. He may want to cooperate, but because he's not intelligent, he would have made a common mistake, which is making. I don't know how to talk. We have studios, even on Wazobia. We see the way he speaks. It's somebody with few words. So if you make him speak too much, he will say things he didn't want to say. That's what you want. Don't forget they told us it was 14 years. What was the purpose of them telling us it was 14 years? So that he won't speak. You understand?
Yeah, I get that. But the way you see
who came up with that idea, the person must be a criminal.
wait. The way you see Adora is different from the way I see Adora. Alright. And I'll leave it. I won't want to stretch it. I will leave it there. So let's put Adora. So we put Adora there. Now let's go to Prime Boy now. Now I keep saying that ever since Prime Boy has been taken out of the case, he withdrew a little bit, but then I said it at the beginning as well, that all of these people, they are just fighting for themselves. Like, not that they actually want justice for Mohbad, but it's just that we feel you're at the group. You understand? And
they don't want to tell us what actually happened, but they just want to take themselves out of it.
Now, by so doing, now when you look at what Baba said, let's start with 𝗷𝗔𝗃𝗍𝗏 DNA. How he said it. Now, when they asked him that, he said Spending and Prime Boy told him that they were arguing over the paternity of the child, right? Now, my question then is, do you think the way Baba is fighting for this paternity has to do just because Spending and Prime Boy said this is the reason why they're fighting, and that is the reason why Baba is adamant that he's going to see DNA, or he has a prior knowledge, maybe from Mohbad, yeah. Because even though he kept saying Spending and Prime Boy told me, but I don't want to think just because they told you something does not give you the reason to fight the way you're fighting. Why if those ones were lying just to get themselves out of the mess? Do you get where I'm coming from? Because him saying, I just don't see how you're going to be fighting this hard based on what somebody told you. The two people that told you, they take them up as suspects. And anything that comes from their mouth should be seen as these people saying things just to get themselves out of the mess. And I don't think that is enough reason for you to say you want to get Femi done. I don't know how you see it, but
You know, he's been asked when he was with 𝗵𝗃𝗏 that why are you like looking for justice? Are you suspecting anything? He said, not personally, no. That but when Mohbad died, that when Karimo came out and was saying some certain things, that was what made Nigerians suspect that there's a foul play. He's basing everything he does on we public, we Nigerians. Yeah, but that not because personally, he's just trying to suit the public because they are paying. Yeah, I would. Doesn't have conviction, yes. The man doesn't have. It's like I feel like somebody who is just taking advantage of the fact that people are beating him, but he's not beating himself. He's taking advantage of the. It's saying like, look at fools. He will be saying in his head like, how can people be thinking like this? They are wicked. Let me play along. Let's see whether something can come out. But he will be doubting everything we are saying. And be saying, okay, let's see. That's practically how his head, how his mind is. He will never feel sorry for nothing because he knew from the beginning. Even Abdullah said that, I'm about to know that the man doesn't fuck up, that the man knows what's up. But people are already using him. Wait, if you say the man knows what's up, if you say the man knows what's up, right? What what's up is he talking about? We can relate that to different things, right? We can't say for sure this is the what's up he's talking about. I always say I like to be fair. When the man might have been convinced, they might have successfully convinced him that come. Go to Pamela later, you could see the coming a good Jew, second come. Magic anybody out of him. We not so far with the he might have told him that, and he too might have believed. He might have even agreed with them. They might have sat down and and be cool and be happy after Mohbad died and moved on. But suddenly they will just see him like coming back to what they have all concluded on the agree. They will something like that, you know. So did you watch his live stream the other day, right? You watched him live. Everything. What can you say about his countenance and his antecedent? Like, when you look at him now, you continue to rub his face. And when you're nervous, these are the things that you do. You just be uncomfortable. You see him yawning, you see him. You pay attention to all of these things. Exactly. It was uncomfortable. Yeah, you pay attention to all of these. But for me, I call it acting. They know how to act in that family. You can call it acting, yes, but at the same time, you can say he was just nervous as to, he knows that everything they're saying, some people will find out the truth. Do you get what I'm trying to say? That he's been caged in a way. He's acting along. He's playing along. That's why he's playing along. Yeah, if you say playing along, I would agree because that's the acting. That's acting. Someone is acting. Again, when you look at the people they brought up, they started with the woman called Madam Mistress. Now the woman came up to come and cool everywhere, all the area. They came to cool it. She came to cool it down. Do you understand? She came to speak that people were angry and so this is the first time Muyiwa is coming out. So what they've done, they know the woman is someone that a lot of people respect on Justice for Mohbad. So they made her do the talking first, which is something they must have spoken about before coming to the live stream. Cool area and she didn't continue. Then they started bringing people up. Now if she's there to control, to do what Brekete does. You understand? To control the tempo. They purposely didn't bring vengeance up until later because I was there, I was seeing his comments. So when they came up, because he wanted to come and faja, like I could tell from his comment. Then when they came up, this guy spoke to bring his, should I say his annoyance, they brought it down. Like, are you coming with AK-47? Are you can you just to cool off the area and just taking away from what he wanted to come speak about. Then we were saying, let vengeance see anything he wants to say. And the guy said, no, it's fine, I'm not going to say da. You see those questions that you wanted him to ask? I believe he just chose not to ask those questions. Because if
a lot of people at the beginning because maybe 10 of us at the people that are I'm a fajan, I'm a shikiniko. 9 out of 10 people went opposite way. You want to be the black sheep now?
Even Bookie just said too. Can't you see that she relaxed?
You get? Well, I've always said, I don't speak to vengeance, I don't like him, but I believe that nigga wants justice. But then,
so why not?
I believe we want real.
They all want justice. If they all of them, you got the country, they all want justice.
Okay, no, different justice. Hold on now. See, vengeance is not on this journey to make money. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? It's not on this journey to make.
What do you mean? Who is there to make money?
Hold on, let me explain better. Now.
Explain.
Now let me go to someone like Confident.
He didn't do bad. I was asking for lion. He didn't see the almost 100 plus coin that was given to him.
Hold on now. Let's put things into perspective now. When Aristocrat did birthday on your platform a couple of months ago, he didn't ask for money. You chose to do it for him, right? So that is not somebody wanting money. Now let me just confirm now. This is somebody that before Justice for Mohbad, she was doing her thing, right? Now coming to Justice for Mohbad has expanded our platform. One way or the other, our views has increased. And for her to maintain that thing, she must always introduce drama. That is the only way people will be viewing, people will be watching our stuff. And with the more you watch, the more money you make.
No, that's wrong. That is wrong.
Now,
Olori Ebi can have 10,000 views. If he doesn't have one gifter, you can have 4 views there. I can have 1,000 viewers here. And you make more money than because they are gifting you. So it's not views don't bring money on TikTok. Wait. Now, I don't know about this thing properly. I listened to Veron yesterday. So I don't know who is misleading who. Now, I listened to Veron. Veron said, when you have likes, you make money. He said, when you have likes, you make money. I don't know how truthful that is. You told me, I don't know how this thing works. You know what? It's very simple. Likes. You know what? Do you have a second phone there? Yeah, I do, yeah. Just browse on Google. Can anyone make money through videos, through likes when you're on TikTok? Just check it and see yourself. I mean, these are basic things. All the people coming around bullshitting you guys. All right, so.
The very Darkman, hold on. I'll come to you now. People are asking of you already. Now. Yeah, some people are asking very Darkman. He make a video. You know, very Darkman, they try you. All those guests actually came back and he did a good job. So don't.
They were shouting in the plane. The girls were so happy.
Yeah, he did a good job. Yeah, let me just bring him out. Yeah, he did. Somebody asking of him. He said, I like you playing it every day. Now be this. He did a good job. He said me that thank the very Darkman for what he done, but it's not very clear. Unless he go come out to come explain everything tomorrow, okay? So when he come out to come explain everything, of course, definitely we will bring it out. I'm going to bring it out. Now, so far, you see the way the case they go. So far. So you see, I told you that they are still going to invite more people. Say the case is not over yet.
Please, they should change 𝗄𝗏. They should remove her.
Hey, now you are talking. That 𝗄𝗏 should not be there.
We don't want 𝗄𝗏.
That 𝗄𝗏.
She's going to mess up the case again.
So it's now people they say no, we don't want Sam, we don't want that. We don't want the decision of no, not even the magistrate. Yeah, of course, 𝗄𝗏, yes.
𝗄𝗏 must go. Let them change her. Let's start writing. 𝗄𝗏 must go. Please, comment section. 𝗄𝗏 must go. Let them give us a new magistrate. Well, Queen. Yes, ma'am. They don't make up their mind. So they won't do it again. Make them remove 𝗄𝗏. Oh, dear what? Oh, see, when I say I get back, 𝗂𝗶𝗶 still there for magistrate for inquest. Now she did this since.
She still did there.
She now. She don't go holiday. She don't go before she go. The last day they had that inquest there. Wait till make everybody they vex me. He can talk so when he come back, he go call the immediate family to her office and tell them the verdict.
No, he said she come back.
She never come. She never come. She take vacation. Okay, who called them 2 weeks ago when they say after this day all of the call enter the magistrate office? This woman no communicate. She's back. I don't know that she's back for me. I don't know.
Yeah,
they say after the inquest starting.
Yeah, they said the next inquest, that there will be no inquest again. That when she comes back, she's just going to call the family and talk to them about her decision.
And who
public now? Is it not public that is standing up shouting things? So why you calling the business family?
The thing is this. Why did they stop the police from investigation?
2020, a viral.
And why did the police stop investigating? And
because they said the Lagos state government took it to inquest. The police, once they take any case to inquest, it stops the police from investigating because inquest now takes over the investigation. You see it? So,
how is the inquest not investigate anything?
And the inquest did not investigate anything.
Nothing. They didn't investigate. The inquest and the police works together now to give us the evidence through the the people the people that they call to the inquest to come and talk. Through the evidence that they gather from them. That is what they are going to do. But police will still find their own evidence on their own side because they are still after the inquest, they are going to the courts, high courts.
So the police is supposed to complete their investigation before they go to court. Because what are you taking to court if there's no evidence? So after the inquest, they're supposed to hand over back to the police. And then the police has to do their investigation. So they will have some evidence to take to court. But just taking these 2 people, nurse and pending to magistrate court, it's not... It doesn't make sense.
No. Because Baba Mohbad, that was what some people were saying yesterday. Baba Mohbad has come out and publicly established that his son was spied on Monday. So who did not come to treat on Tuesday 2:30?
Exactly. That now opens room for another investigation. So why are they in a hurry to go to magistrate court?
They said they're going to sue Baba Mohbad, sue the nurse, sue Wunmi. They want to know who the nurse came to treat 2:30.
Exactly. There's no need for hurry. We've stayed for this long. Complete the investigation. Police should not hurry the case out from nowhere. They must complete the investigation.
Exactly, my sister. Where God catch 𝗂𝗶𝗶 say he carry and go put for newspaper. Let me say come out like they come out every Sunday they talk. They say just come out every Sunday they talk. They don't do that one, no. A waka go newspaper. Go write them. Public is everybody, the whole world read them. So that is they say they want to sue him to ask him why did you change your mouth all of a sudden?
Exactly.
What made you say your son was spied on the 11th on Monday? Why? When you Brekete was saying your wife said Mohbad spied on Monday, you said no, you corrected him publicly.
You know, that was where I started suspecting this man. That was where I started suspecting Papa Mohbad.
That Mama Mohbad made a mistake. That is a slip of tongue. Can you imagine?
Because the way he jumped up, no. It's on Tuesday. She made mistake. That was the first time I suspected this man because I supported him so much from the beginning. I had so much pity for him. But when he just jumped up and said that, I said, this man, could it be that he knows something and is pretending?
No, to make it free us. This chapter 3. We will not let the 𝗵𝗶𝗏 family drink water, put cup down.
At all.
We will not let them. Because chapter 3 is all about what do you guys know? The Aloba family come out and say
yes, about this boy by.
Come out. You and your 2 children and your wife, your ex-wife. Come out and pay
and the wife you paid dowry in full on. The 4 of them.
The 4 of them.
Even 5 of them plus blessing 5.
And that's why I said that him and his 2 children, that's Blessing and Adura.
And his 2 children and his first baby mama. And the one he paid dowry in full.
That widow. These people just a big question in the lap, but not for me. Honestly.
Because he was the one that Mohbad is not here to tell us whether he paid dowry or not. Mohbad is not here to tell us that. Mohbad that carried dowry on his head.
Mohbad saying pay dowry now. They asked him, he said yes. Did you pay dowry? He said yes.
He said yes. He paid.
For me, withdraw money for ATM. Carry money, give and make it pay dowry for him head.
And we did not see video of the diary. No video.
We don't see now. So them say you say I say. You know that them say you say I say. Say you no pay half. You pay and full. Now you shout and say that full one then pay. They no pay instrumentally. They no pay.
Can you imagine? You know why I support Candy from saying that this man never paid any diary. You know why I will support her? Because Papa Mohbad, if you know how to pay that, why did you not pay that in your 3 women, the 3 baby mamas' head?
I tell you.
That is something that anybody should think. If you know that, okay, somebody is pregnant for you, you have to go and pay that. Why did you not pay for the 3 people that had babies for you?
Papa Mohbad is not
that man did not pay any money. If there's no video, if they cannot bring video of how they are exchanging the money, it shows they did not pay Jack.
You know that, why?
Listen,
Hello, everyone.
That little Bonbon used to stay with us on the comment section.
What's up?
Listen,
India,
he's not used to coming up actually to make it.
Okay, so ẹ máa ṣe iṣẹ́ olọ́jàre àwọn dìdìrìn.
Ẹ má bínú Vengers, mọ́mí ìlérí olúwa, reason tí a fi ní kọ́ drop ẹ̀, àtàrọ̀ ló ti wà náà ti ní kọ́ sọ̀rọ̀. Èmi gan ti rò pé India ni woman yàbí kó jẹ́ anti-justice. Wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ látẹ̀ nǹkan náà ti wà lókè. So ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ̀ béèrè question, ó yẹ kí sọ pé kẹlẹ́ mi lọ́wọ́.
Vengeance is everywhere now. I'm in Turkey, I'm in Canada, I'm in US, I'm in UK, I'm in South
MC for 𝗵𝘃𝗃𝗢𝗢.
Yes, same MC of Brekete land. Yeah.
Police is silent. And we have to make ourselves understand one thing. We have power. The power we have is our mouth. Like I said my voice and what I say is a powerhouse to my body because my body and my voice is unique to only me. Nobody has my voice, and my brain is unique to me too. The way I process show promoter, but he has never managed anybody. Why did he leave? And when Mohbad went to fight a war with Naira Marley and come back, why is Zayan not in the picture again? That's my number 1 question. If I said I have a friend.
You know, I never hear of this Zayan for a while now.
I think it's traveled now.
Huh? You know, in South Africa. I think they say he traveled to South Africa.
They're gone.
All of them, they are gone.
There in South Africa, about 4 or 5 of them. They don't run. They don't want to buy now. Wumi and the gang won't buy them, so they don't run.
Because Zayan, for a long time, I will not hear of Zayan. He just disappeared.
It is South Africa. It is South Africa.
It is South Africa.
They don't go.
The queer run, no.
When they want to buy them, if you talk to buy you, they are scared.
Because most of the 50 people in that house has gone. They don't run.
Now that's how. Let's see who they want to bring back. Now we want to see.
Exactly. Then they want to invite people back. Who are you going to invite? See, they said justice delay and justice deny. We talk them. The delay was too much. From Lagos State Police, it was too much. Yeah, 2 years now.
That were shouting, bring them all in, the 15 people. Bring them in, bring them in. Sam Bankole wanted to bring them in. He has made the list and gave to them.
Exactly.
These are the people who want to. These are the people I'm calling back.
I'm calling back.
This one's gone sit down. 5 we don't run. But we'll see who they want carry come now. But we'll see.
They don't run.
Come back. We're waiting to see who can come.
They don't run. I mean, they cook my peanuts. Okay, spending and nurse.
They should bring Wumi back, Sha. That's what I know.
No, she will come back.
They should bring Black Widow back because
no, Black Widow will come back. That's what I want most.
Because the testimony of the doctor and the testimony of the driver is totally a beautiful expose. So Wumi should come and answer some questions.
And also the changing mouth of the deceased father is also a beautiful one.
God bless you.
You are this disease father. Oh God.
Yes. This yes now together.
But Mama that changed mouth that they fight the son on Monday. So Oya Wumi, please come. And then please they should bring Iyabo Ojo. They should bring her, please.
Iyabo Ojo.
We need Iyabo Ojo to please come back because right now Iyabo Ojo's own and her adopted daughter, Black Widow, is contradictory. Who do we believe between Mama and adopted Peking? I am telling you for free with a black bonnet on her head, eyes opening, open eyes for that are tiny eyes, call me like chinch, very big. If they open her for us, they shout. Mohbad died inside the house. Who told you guys that Mohbad died outside? No, he did not die outside. Mohbad died outside. No. That's not true. Mohbad died inside the house. So now there are no cameras. There are no cameras inside the house. There are no cameras. The cameras inside the house are not working. They were not connected. So all I know is that the camera in front in the compound was working properly, was functioning properly. Mohbad died inside the house and not outside. So please, all of you, tell me how this camera, the only single camera that is working outside the house, will automatically turn 360 degrees round inside the house to capture the pine of Mohbad. Is it possible? Open eye with black bonnet. Please carry that black bonnet, come for inquest. We want to see you in that black bonnet. You must wait and come to the inquest.
Mr. Lawyer, but you know that Mohbad already shared some problem to a queen mother. Because right now, when 𝗚CC, they say 𝗚CC, all the celebrities are now in their list. So they will call, if they make any small mistake, they use it to bring them in. So that money spraying, naira mutilation, that they charge her with right now.
It was not naira mutilation. When I listened to Kemi yesterday, I said, oh my God, sorry to go to you, my dad.
Even from, I want to tell you where I'm going to. Maybe it's the same thing you already heard.
Okay.
They brought her in. They brought her in for naira mutilation, but it was for money laundering.
Money laundering. God bless you.
Mohbad
don't scatter ground. Even Cubana chief priest was not brought in for money mutilation. They were brought in for money laundering. But they used money mutilation to cover up. Let us say VDM go keep quiet. I say VDM no.
Because this money laundering and human trafficking
is a very big thing to us out.
Because Iyabo Ojo was begging them not to say anything outside, not to expose
money laundering. That's very big.
That's what they brought her in for, money laundering. Kemi,
I know something.
Money laundering. Money laundering. That's what they brought her in for. Not money motivation. No. So then they spray her money. No. Governor face. Why did you step on money? He said, did I step on money? It's not money. They brought them all in for money laundering.
So why they hide them? Why they go bring some name out? They don't go bring some name out. That's the corruption we are still talking about.
And they say highest bidder who pay, who then don't put eye for body.
We are going to see to the end of this thing. We're not saying that they arrest VGM and co. This one, we want to see the end of this money laundering.
Hear your sister. Hear your sister.
Ní living room where ní sàlẹ̀ ó sọ fún wọn pé kó má dá wọn lóhùn gbogbo afẹ́fẹ́ yẹ̀yẹ̀ tó ń ṣe yìí o. Ìgbà tó kú ẹ wà láyé èyí Ìyábọ̀ yẹn ọkọ ẹ béèrè ẹ̀pù lọ́wọ́ Ìyábọ̀ tọ̀nà ọkọ ẹ dáhùn ọkọ ẹ wá kú tó wá fàyà gbàgbà ó wá sọ pé òun wá justice.
Ló
bá tọ́ my sister. You hear what she talk about Ada?
No, what did she talk?
I beg Queen. Fire. Queen self talk small.
Okay. Hold on. Okay.
Okay.
Tó fi wá kí wa lókè kan tó máa lọ. Fi búra pé níjọ́ yẹn ó sọ fáwọn kan nínú ilé ọkọ ẹ ní living room ẹ nísàlẹ̀ ó sọ fún wọn pé kó má dá wọn lóhùn gbogbo afẹ́fẹ́ yẹ̀yẹ̀ tó ń ṣe yìí o. Ìgbà tó kú ẹ wà láyé èyí Ìyábọ̀ yẹn ọkọ ẹ béèrè ẹ̀pù lọ́wọ́ Ìyábọ̀ tọ̀nà ọkọ ẹ dáhùn ọkọ ẹ wá kú tó wá fàyà gbàgbà ó wá sọ pé òun wá justice.
Okay,
it's feeling.
We say when Mohbad just buy when Iyabo do come their house. Karimo say make we come talk whether you no tell people where they get that time for your husband now say make they no mind this one no. Say when your husband they threaten to buy him, that when they was trying to buy that Karimo when they tell people say when Mohbad in husband as a claim before can't be fireman.
Husband of my youth.
Yes, of a youth. When he was in need of help to save his life, when you wrong, go meet him. That's go meet Iyabo Ojo. So Iyabo Ojo don't take into this picture thing. He said Iyabo Ojo don't help him that time, or he no save in life, he not do anything. No. Now he can't fight finish. He can't come the shy but when they carry in chest big thing, they say they won't fight justice. He said now waiting. Wunmi they tell people for down. Say make Karimo say Wunmi no like come talk and you don't tell people for down. Say this Iyabo Ojo they do like better person. So when Mohbad was alive, crying, begging for his life, he ran to this woman and she could not do anything. So
the woman turned that down. The woman turned him down. Yeah.
Yes, he turned him down. So you know, she say this Iyabo Ojo and this what should they call him? Where that boy go wrong go meet.
She's full into she's full into the
fight now. Say they won't fight justice for her. Now we should Wunmi they tell people for that way Karimo say make Wunmi come talk the truth. Whether nothing like that happen. If it be like that, let me say Iyabo don't not try.
No, Iyabo knew now, even when the boyfriend, Baba Jege, took the boy to London. Oh, yeah. The show he had in London. You understand? It was Iyabo that did not make Baba Jege to help the Mohbad. Because Baba, yes, I heard that one very well. Baba Mohbad. Baba Jege. This guy was trying to explain. If you listen to the Baba Jege's interview with what is that nonsense boy named that yellow popo? What's his name? Where Karimo go talk
Daddy Queen.
God bless you. When you had that interview, when somebody asked Baba Jege that did this boy ask you to help him or not? Did he tell you the problems that they want to buy him in Lagos, that they're after his life in Lagos, that 𝗂𝘁 and co are after him in Lagos? Did he tell you to help him? He said he said some things like that. I watched that interview, but I didn't take it serious. So I did that. Like, he knows. He knows. That 𝗂𝘁𝗃𝗃 is stop him. 𝗂𝘁𝗃𝗃 is senior. 𝗂𝘁𝗃𝗃 is senior. That is stop him. He knows. He lied. That was why Kemi was upset with Yellow Popo. Kemi was upset with him. the 𝗷𝗵𝗶𝗀 guy. The 𝗷𝗵𝗶𝗀 should ask this man some more questions. Say, when he carry the boy, go use the boy, how much he pay the boy? Where the boy balance? Come and see the way they were blocking Kemi Daddy not to talk. In fact, 𝗷𝗵𝗶𝗀 knows.
I like the video that you sent to me yesterday that I watched about Kemi. Kemi speak fire yesterday. Don't be small.
Oh yeah,
exactly.
Speak fire. I watched her yesterday. She really talked.
Wait, see. She don't scatter table for everybody. She said she will scatter more table concerning this money laundering. That all Yar'Adua's daughters were money launderers. All first ladies were money launderers. She's going to call on their name.
They use the NGO to launder money.
If they try to put any nonsense on VDM, who does not even know anything about money laundering, talk less, say he gets money, who they launder money for. If they try it, he said in fact, she's going to work now. As of yesterday, she don't go for work. She's bringing out everything. She said she'll come and tell the whole world the story about Yar'Adua's daughters, that they are money launderers with their NGOs. All the first ladies she knows with NGOs that were laundering money. She's coming to tell the whole world. EFCC is in trouble. Well,
like, look for trouble now. There's trouble. Sit down and go wake up.
Some name of somebody make the whole family go down.
No, the problem with that get is say you don't cover some people and expose some people. If you want to do your job, just do your job. That's the problem they have. Don't cover some people because they have money.
Exactly. That is what is annoying Kemi.
Yeah.
What does this guy have that is more? He said, who do people look at VDM that they will launder money for somebody? That boy with such integrity.
Integrity. 11th of May 2025.
Yeah,
let's talk about VDM. As you know, VDM has had a very long week, and with the EFCC thing going on and the GT Bank and so on and so forth. A regular person will be resting this Sunday, okay? Doing their resting and, whatever. VDM has been working on many projects.
That's what the video was telling you.
That the EFCC needs to release his phone to him. There's a lot of projects he's working on, as we've all seen, and one of them is this trafficking situation in Ivory Coast. If you don't know it, you need to know. There's a lot of human trafficking in West Africa.
Too much.
Many of our girls are in Libya. Many of our girls are in Ghana.
It's
many
too
of
much.
our girls are in Ivory Coast and other countries. Everybody wants to jackpot. So when they see this opportunity of going to another country to work, to be nannies, to be cleaners, they go for it, only to get there and they are
the offer something less for them.
I have seen it with my own eyes in Ghana. In Accra, Ghana. I go to Accra, Ghana at least twice a year in the last 3 years. One of the situations, and I did do a video about this, is a girl who went to a party in Lekki. Do you remember the situation, the 6 girls missing from a party in Lekki? They woke up in Ghana. Remember I was on that case as an investigative journalist?
Yeah, I remember this case, yeah.
And it was everywhere on the internet. They went to a birthday party in Lekki, and they were probably spiked with GHB or Rohypnol in their drink. Okay, watch what your children are drinking at birthday parties, punch, orange juice, whatever. They spiked their drinks, and this girl fell asleep, and they woke up in Ghana as sex slaves. So one of these girls, we got to meet her. Her legs was really funny looking as she was walking. We asked her what was wrong with her. And she said she had to have sex with 10 men the night before. And that's what her madam says. The other girl said, we just woke up in Ghana. We didn't know where we are, and we're just told to go to work here. What could they do? How do you run away from stuff like this? And these girls had no passports, nothing. The Ghana police knows this. The Nigerian police knows this. NAPTIP knows this, that some of these girls are coming out of Nigeria in really bad, fraudulent ways for the traffickers. No passports, no paper, and they're going to drive them into Togo, from Togo to Ghana, and they're stuck there. They don't have any travel documents.
You don't even have anywhere to run to.
So what do we do? So I met this Uber driver, okay, when I was in Accra, and this Uber driver said one of the girls was taking an Uber to a sex shop, and beg the Uber driver to please rescue her. I don't like what I'm doing here. I want to go back to Nigeria. I want to go back to my family. I have no contact. Can you imagine? And you know how Ubers, like when they carry you, they literally have your number and where you stay or whatever. So this Uber driver like called me and said to me that, do I remember him? I said, yeah, now you took me from here to there. And I'm like, this was 2020, 4. I'm like, what do you need? Like, he was just telling me a story. Another girl trafficked, and he wants to try and get her into Nigeria. I said, I hope you know I'm a journalist. He said, no, I just thought you were a customer that we're just chatting in the cab. I'm like, yeah, I'm a journalist, an investigative one for that matter. And I'm like, I've retired, but anyway, cut the long story short, this is what happened next. She had the girl's number, she had everything, and he wanted me to assist the girl to get to Nigeria. So I did a whole story about this. I haven't released the full details yet. And the organization we did for her, we put her in a car. Uber driver paid for the car. The car would take her to Togo, to a certain spot in Togo, where she'll catch another car to Nigeria. And we made contact with her family, everything, via phone and all. And she went back safely to Nigeria. The other girls in Lekki are still missing. We don't know where they are. Nigerian police said there's nothing they can do. Remember that time, because nobody came to report anything to them. Many parents are scared. They're embarrassed to tell the police that their children went to a birthday party and they vanished, because they feel they'll be viewed as bad parents. And that's not the case. You must talk. This is how 70 girls got into Ivory Coast. And now, VDM, who promised to do something about it, went out of his way, linked up with the agency, 𝗵𝘃. I'm not saying 𝗵𝘃 is doing something wrong. Okay, they can't get every trafficking victim saved, because some of these girls don't want to come back to Nigeria to start with. Even though, yeah, we were taken here to do nanny, we're not having sex every night. They'll go with it. Go to Ghana, you'll see them every night on the streets. So at the end of the day, this morning, the 11th of May, 2025, I watched the video of Mr. Alan Onyema. You know, Alan Onyema is already a humanitarian, Air Peace boss. They took a plane and brought the girls home. And VDM said on his page that he noticed that 2 of them were pregnant. And only God knows who the fathers are. Only God knows. You know, only God knows, because there's baby trafficking in Nigeria. Now imagine human trafficking, sex slaves, and then babies are involved. It's just sad, very sad. I want to
what kind of, which country we get so, my people?
He flew on an emergency flight, I believe yesterday, all the way to Ivory Coast, and they went to pick those girls up. And, you know, I'm not totally sure that he went to Ivory Coast, but I think he went to the airport to meet the girls and meet with Onyema. Either way, look at the good work he did. The government can work with VDM. It's not supposed to be someone that you should be antagonizing.
Exactly, I mean, that's what I said. Yeah.
Breaking news.
You see, so they're not supposed to arrest that guy. That guy is somebody they're supposed to work with. Now, who they're supposed to work with, now it be. They're not supposed to be fighting with him.
Those are criminals now. They are criminals too.
So they don't want the truth.
Human trafficking and everything. The politicians have hand in it. Yes, now. I told Nigerians, stop worshiping people because they have money. Stop worshiping them. If you don't know the source of somebody's money, stop worshiping them. Because they are the reason that they are trafficking for everywhere for Nigeria today. They are. Imagine those children that were lost today, those children that went to party in Lekki.
Yeah.
Imagine the ones that they put something in their orange juice, and then the next day they found themselves in another place in Ghana. They giving them out to men to use anyhow. Look, I worked in infectious control for years. And one good thing about the government, a good government too, that they do, Why did they set up infectious control disease units? It's not just because they want to know how many measles or how many cholera, how many this. No. Sexually transmitted disease is a reportable diseases. And they trace it. So, okay, you that have this HIV, how did you get it? What type of sex did you indulge in? And then they want to get to that root to stop that root where the thing is coming from, so that the spread will be limited. But no, in Nigeria, what they do is they just don't care. Now almost the entire country is infested with HIV.
Hey.
So they just don't care. And now that Donald Trump has stopped the AIDS treatment to WHO support, what is going to happen? You will soon see people buying all over the place. They don't work out for street, work out for that. But they are not thinking. The government is not even thinking of that. The government that does not budget anything for health. They don't budget anything for education.
Jesus.
Instead, they are budgeting money to be spending on their own. Look, these girls that they are trafficking out, that they are making to go do prostitution, they will come back with diseases and they will spread it, and their own children will get the disease. This is something that these politicians in Nigeria, they are not thinking. Their brain is not working. They are not thinking. Okay, you are making you are making this money, or these people are making a lot of money from trafficking all these children. What is the aftermath of this thing that they are doing? Can they think with their heads that once this thing once they come back and this thing goes far?
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I have an emergency. I have to leave right now. I'm so sorry. I'm just on the phone call.
Okay.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I have to leave. I have to.
Oh. God, may God be with you.
Amen. I hope you'll be back, Tisha.
I hope all is well. Later, that please you check on her.
Yeah.
Shall be well in Jesus' name.
Amen. Amen. Yeah, go ahead, Grandma.
That is the problem we have in those days in Nigeria. What even measles, or maybe this cholera or yellow fever. Once there's an outbreak, they want to know the source of the outbreak. Where did it start from? Because you have to stop that source before you can even treat the one that has gone far. So that that source will not be open to infect more people. Now, these children that they think they are destroying other people's picking. But they don't know that they are also doing it to themselves. Because they themselves that are the politicians, they don't stay in one place. They're always carrying small guests.
Exactly. They'll kind of go get their wife for house. He's coming back to them.
They'll kind of go get their wives.
Yes.
And their children will go and date one of the politicians. The politician will give her to them.
Exactly.
So all these women in Nigeria that are married or not married, and
it will affect everybody. Yes.
They are infecting their husbands, infecting their whoever comes along their way, but they just think of only money. Now, they don't think of tomorrow. You see them with flashy cars, flashy this thing, but inside their body, are they in peace internally? They just want to show you the outward. They don't want you to know the inward. So this thing that they have done. This government that does not care, they should be worshipping very dark black man. And they should think of how to stop this these girls that they are sending to places to go do prostitution. Because if you look at that border, I like what very dark man said. He says, is it only bag of rice that make us have a border control?
Don't mind them. People will not be passing any down.
Terrorists are flying, they are marching past the border every day. These girls are in their cars or taken out every day. You who are not seeing them, you border control people. The only people you see
is
are
bag of rice.
It's, in fact, There's a Nigerian movie that one girl, Nancy, one very beautiful girl called Nancy. She acted that movie.
$20,000 a month.
That border, they showed that border, how they carry these children past the border. The ones that try to escape, they will hide inside the forest.
Yeah.
These people that we now found ourselves as politicians that found themselves in high places. In fact, criminals are in high places in Nigeria. That is why the country is upside down.
The Okpayam. And poverty bad though. If I give you one story of somebody today, you guys will shout. He gave one woman. She said she married to a man that have money, but her parents is poor. So her parents poor, but her husband get money. The guy come marry him. So now when the guy come marry him, the mother now said, okay, oh, this is where you marry big man. Your junior sister go follow you, may your guy for help us train her for school. And may your sister for the help you out. She now said, okay. She now carry the small sister follow, but don't want to stay with her. She herself don't born 3 children. She don't know say her husband don't 𝗊𝗲𝗄𝗏 her sister for years. When she come finally find out, the sister said she report to their mama. Their mama take and cover her mouth. Say make not talk and say a big man. Say if he pursue you now, who go to pay our rent? Who go to give us food? And who go pay the remaining people's school fees? Say just keep quiet, better. Don't let your sister self know. Can you see what poverty can do? So when the sister now find out, she start crying. Say, what? So this is what they have been going through for us. And the woman now said, okay, if now this might be the last person, I'll not do again. If now if two of them won't continue, you put to continue, I'm done. She pack out. So your mama give me to her to marry. It's not enough with 3 children. Your mama cause carry junior sister give her a jara just to pay her rent. They pay children's school fees for her when she and her husband born. And you make one man sleep with her and her sister. For selfish abomination. And you cover the girl mouth. The girl come to report to you as a mother. Say, look at what this man is doing to me every night. 16 years old, picking of 15 years, you cover him mouth. You see that our country don't finish. Because the man a big man.
It don't finish, oh. It don't finish. Because when you see these politicians go out to marry these small girls from poor background, they have a mission. Oh.
Yes, so
they have a mission to use them.
They 𝗊𝗲𝗃𝗃𝗃 wife, they 𝗊𝗃𝗃 wife sister.
Yeah, sister.
If your mama calls, they go 𝗊𝗃𝗃 mama join her.
Of course, you go do and join them now.
And they walk quiet because fear cannot talk. Yeah, I tell myself Nigerians are wicked, nobody believe me. Now now I place church plenty past, then the wicked pass.
Wicked people. They use their money to oppress people.
And that's why they don't want people to get rich.
Yes. To oppress.
Yes.
They are getting richer, and then the poor, they get poor.
So they can control them. They know what they are doing. Because when you get money, you challenge them. That's why they're not putting money for public school, so that they will not go to school to get knowledge.
Yes.
Don't just make that one do free school.
You're not there again.
You're not there. You're not there.
You're not there again.
All of them, all these rich people, they don't open private school, they chop money, they go. If you don't get money,
go school, nothing. Just to bring our people down. Just to bring our people down. Things are happening.
Right for Dr. 𝗊𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗢 Social Media on Saturday, May 10th, 2025. With regards to the last video I made in part 3, I talked about money laundering charges, and VDM is quite angry that if they do bring out any photograph of him accusing him of money laundering, it's going to be a little bit serious and it would be funny. I know the kind of stuff that can play out in court because they might be trying to damage his reputation there.
Which is very bad.
From other things. Now, I'm going to talk about money laundering. Anytime you see a huge amount of money being moved from one person to the other, I told you about 𝗕𝗵𝗄𝗏 and Bukola Saraki, all those allegations, and believe it or not, 𝗕𝗵𝗄𝗏 is still wanted by the EFCC for this case, where the EFCC under Magu accused 𝗕𝗵𝗄𝗏 of laundering 2 billion naira for Bukola Saraki, the governor of Kwara State at the time. I mean, let's face it, Bukola has been governor, senator, leader of the Senate, everything. This time has passed. And this is one of the things that the EFCC operates on. They let time pass so much and that this case actually die themselves. Look at Naira Marley's case. Today is May 10th. Wait, today is Naira Marley's birthday too, which means this case has been going on for 6 years and they still haven't prosecuted him. Have they prosecuted Mumfab?
No,
so this is a habit of the EFCC. Now, when 𝗳𝗏𝗃𝗃 moved 100 million naira to VDM's NGO, okay, they suspected 𝗳𝗏𝗃𝗃 was allegedly laundering money to VDM. That was the suspicion, because actually money laundering is done that way. They will use somebody to move money somewhere. Why is it a music producer that they targeted of moving the money to an activist? Did someone in the government or a businessman move that money to the music producer who ultimately moved it to the activist? That's what you're supposed to be investigating, okay? But instead, now, bear in mind, I don't know if the EFCC has ever spoken to 𝗳𝗏𝗃𝗃. Bear in mind, what 𝗳𝗏𝗃𝗃 gave VDM was a donation to his NGO. And there's a record of that in Zenith Bank. Okay, a donation. Yeah, money laundering can happen with donations too. But the chances of 𝗳𝗏𝗃𝗃 moving his money publicly to someone is a possibility of 0. Yeah, guys. The actual people that launder money don't announce who they laundered it to. Nobody knows. Okay, even the Bukola Saraki allegations and 𝗕𝗵𝗄𝗏, no one knew until the EFCC themselves came out with that. Now, people remember, I've always told you this as a journalist or retired journalist or whatever. There are a lot of you watching my video now. Okay, you see the gray hair on my hair, how my hair is graying like so fast. Many of you were not in the conversation. In 2013, 2012, all the times that 𝗕𝗵𝗄𝗏 was accused of moving this money for Saraki, many of you were not in the conversation. How old were you in 2011? You guys were maybe 10-year-olds. Now that you're in the conversation, you need to know history, because journalism is a rough draft of history, and history shapes the past and the future and the present. This is the reason why we're angry that they took history out of schools. Now, imagine a music producer gave 100 million naira to an activist NGO. When that money arrives at the activist NGO's hands, that money is tax-free, okay? NGOs are tax exempt. That's why they call them non-profits. They are tax exempt. So the EFCC has no fucking right to ask VDM that he's evading tax. Now, if he's evading that tax via content creation, okay, which is the avenue they're trying to get at, they're not prepared for him. Okay, if you want to use content creation, every one of us that create content, whether it's news that I'm creating, information that I'm creating, food that somebody like Daddy Free's wife is creating, or Moye cooks, all the different cooks, or food that 𝗂𝗶𝗏𝗀𝗏 is eating somewhere, everyone is creating content in different ways. And the social media platforms themselves always want a tax form, okay, or a tax bypass form. And many of these content creators, especially the skit makers that make money off this stuff, okay, they have these TIN numbers, okay, tax ID number. You have to go to FIRS and apply for it. And I'm pretty sure that when VDM applied for his own TIN number, it was a TIN number for his NGO. NGOs are registered and they have numbers. So you can't come around and say you're the EFCC and you want to collect taxes on NGO donations. No.
Now, what is the content that VDM is creating? I've told you, Omoye does food, that Freeze wife does food, Kemi does news and information, Freeze does interviews and all. Who else? Opeyemi eats food. Different people are doing different things. Laura Ikeji does fashion. Everybody creates different content. But what is the content that VDM is creating? EFCC. Take a look. He's creating activism content, which is related to his NGO. In America, he's required to register that NGO, get a tax exempt number, and any employee that he pays, okay, all that stuff is tax exempt. Employees could be posting all that stuff for him, but he's the one that comes out and sits and tells us the next cause. These are activism-related causes to the NGO. So you have no fucking right, EFCC, to ask him to pay taxes or call him a tax evader, okay? There's one thing about some people, they're making lots of money on social media. I'll tell you, 𝗃𝗃𝗀𝗁 is a friend of mine. She's a content creator. We've been blogging since 1999. Now, her new pages are doing something else, okay? Same thing with Angie Nwandu. She's Nigerian. She owns Shade Room. Angie Nwandu is creating entertainment news in general, everything. She's a blog, the Shade Room. The kind of content she's creating, it's nice and good and it makes money. Now, if Angie has an NGO out there, most bloggers in America have foundations and stuff. If she has an NGO out there, she could possibly merge some of her postings into that NGO so she doesn't pay taxes. They'll catch her. Okay, they'll catch her unless it's an NGO post. If she makes a post on her NGO and that post on Facebook makes $600, she doesn't have to pay taxes on it because it has to do with the nonprofit. Let's explain things to Nigerians the way it should be. The Nigerian media is not explaining these things. They just report it. EFCC has arrested him. EFCC has released him. He made a video like, the fucking Nigerian media has not done a thing. And so our people are not educated about how these things work. And that's why I'm here telling them. The next part is coming up. I think that's part 5.
You pay tax in abroad.
Yes, now.
You pay tax here. If you like your social media and they put money, you pay. You pay, they'll come for you. Don't try, you can't try it in UK. They'll come for you, grandma. No, yes, even a penny, you pay. I don't know how they do theirs in Nigeria, but yeah, you don't play with it. You pay.
Nigeria is corruption now.
Nigeria, they charge them, eh? You know, they go according to what they handle. So those kind of workers big give them back.
No. You know, they cannot just give you big. No, you didn't clear. No, go and declare it well. I get people they pay tax in Nigeria. They cannot just bring big. That means you didn't go to the right office. No. It's what you earn now. It's what that means you're not declaring what you earn. If you are keeping your receipts, they calculate and you pay tax.
Those who not declare.
And that they are faults. That's what I'm saying, that they are faults.
People think that they're fault. Why would Nigeria do such a thing? The 20 years they do for video, mama. They come out money for the woman account every day, so she gets every month, so she collects 200. They don't investigate, they don't do research.
No, she actually pressed that thing mistakenly. But not be she now work at one.
But for that is confirmed.
No, it's from my phone, it's on my account. Now I listen to video now. What can I go do that thing? Somebody use her phone to collect that 200,000, but not her. Yeah, then I style 3-1 wherever something where they play. Somebody from back row give me. He said that it's a trap. People use it to take money. Yeah, people use it to take money. And she paid tax from the money after. Even very Darkman, I said, even with not her salary. See, that money was saying, I said, "Mama, this is not your salary." He said, "No, be she doing." Because her phone does not have a pin. And before she enters school, get where they put their phone. So the girl that is working with her probably use her phone to borrow that money and transfer some to herself and leave the remaining one for her.
They have to look for that girl and get her arrested.
Exactly. But people know since when the case come up, people they call me, tell me, say yes. The reason they get money for back, 200,000, 300,000 is a pin. You're supposed to pay back within such an amount. If you don't pay back within that period, they'll start putting interest on it. And so some elderly women know they know. Some elderly women know they know if the message enter their food or mistakenly press it. Now they don't know their account balance, they don't know anything, they'll just be using money.
And you can I speak on that, please?
Yeah, go ahead. Lighten us on that. Yeah. Okay, Queen. Anybody go first? Anybody go first? Anybody go first?
Okay, I want to ask one question. Is there no other way to verify if this person is the person that will do this thing? Because like me, somebody has used my credit card before to buy something, and they verified from me. It could be me, but they still ask me, "Are you the one that is purchasing this thing?" Knowing that it's my card. So why can't Nigerian bankers do that? The bank do that also to verify.
Well, let's speak on that.
Okay, let's Candy explain for us very well on that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna answer both questions. Now, I think that I listened to that BGS twice.
Yeah.
Okay. He said the bank said, and the man showed him that you pressed that you must have that you took a loan. So he's saying what the bank said.
Yeah.
The bank has not officially launched an investigation. So this is the bank's version of the events. But they have not investigated anything to confirm whether or not. The woman said her position is, I didn't take a loan. Okay?
Yeah.
The bank showed him on the screen that, yes, you did take a loan because whatever, the pin that you're talking about, right? That pin that you must have.
That is actually 140, yeah.
And then when the money came in, so Freedom is accepting their explanation at face value, quote unquote. He did not say that, but that's what he's insinuating, okay? Because you cannot go that you want to find out something and then you just start arguing immediately. The woman will say her side, the bank will say his side. But at the end of it, twice, his mom said, I did not press that because even the second time, after the bank credited her again with another 200,000, the woman said, but this is the second time it's happening, and I'm definitely did not press that thing. The money had gone to the account. The first time when they credited it, the first transfer was made to an account, and they found that that person is probably the woman's worker, as you're saying, right? But the second time when it was credited to the account, when the money went back again to that account, this girl at this point was not working for this woman. So
okay, are you saying it's the bank that do it intentionally, like a setup?
The first time. That's what I'm saying. Because
so are you thinking that it's the bank that is doing it intentionally?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I suspect that as well.
I'm saying that they have not yet launched an investigation, and so we cannot conclude. The bank are saying XYZ, you understand? It might be the bank, it might be fraudsters, it might be anybody. Do you understand?
Yeah, and I understand the part is said the mommy phone, her mother phone does not have a pin. If her mother phone does not have a pin, it's another risk as well.
That's what I'm saying, because she said she doesn't have it. That's her position, but they have not yet. They haven't until the launch of investigation and conclude on it. We can't say one way or the other. We are only just going to say, okay, it looks like.
No, everything is maybe. Nobody is drawing conclusions. Everything is maybe. Yes, even if very dark man said maybe.
You said that you said the mother took a loan. That's what I'm saying. That no, that is the bank's position. The mother is still denying the fact that she.
No. She said she did not transfer it, but on the system, the money went to her account. She did not take a loan. She did not go to the bank. She did not go to the bank to take a loan. She did not go to the bank.
I understand. Can you wait? Let me explain, please. I understand. Finance is my thing. Please. The bank can maintain a position. She maintains a position until the launch and investigation. You cannot conclude one way or the other. That is what the bank is saying. This is what she's saying. Now, what happens is they need to go and launch an investigation because she said, I didn't take a loan. So what if somebody that she knows, okay, the account went to her? Maybe the person, okay, took the money from her without her authorization. So it will still go to the fact that she did not take a loan. Exactly. Even if that girl is an employee, for instance, let's agree that that girl is an employee, that girl has access to her phone, and then she went ahead and used her NIN, okay, to obtain this loan. The fact of the matter is that's still fraud. It doesn't mean Vivian's mother took a loan. She did not take a loan. It's a girl who fraudulently took her NIN and went and got this money from the bank, which now brings me to the next point.
Can I ask you a question? If you have internet banking, you open your phone and you saw 200,000 debit, for example, are you not going to ask the bank how did the money come there, or you call people around you? Let's assume.
That the woman did not even notice that they had debited her account with 200,000. She only noticed when they started taking money out.
Candy, let's leave that matter aside. Don't bring the matter. No, remove her matter. No, remove the video matter. Let's remove her mama inside it because she doesn't know. She doesn't know.
This is good to educate people as well.
She doesn't know. So let's leave it like that. Because it happened twice. And the son said he paid tithe with it as well, even put to the church. So let's leave the matter.
Hold on. I said that, please. I think it's a good thing to educate. When topics like this come on, sometimes it might just be, I haven't said anything, I've just been quiet listening to you guys. Now I want to put in my 2 cents and you're shutting me up that I should let it go. I'm trying to say that just because the bank says one thing, people should not just shut up. She said, I didn't take a loan. Immediately the money came in, right? The money went to somebody else. It was credit. There was an outflow of that money that went to somebody else's account. So how could she have noticed it? How would she have noticed it? She only started noticing when they started deducting her money. So from all indications, somebody maybe either in collusion with the bank or not has been fraudulently using her NIN to get loan from the bank, which now brings into question what Queen was saying, that each time they want to use my credit card and the bank suspects some kind of activity that is not me, the bank is going to call me and ask to confirm. That is what the banks should be doing, you understand? Because if they're going to release that kind of huge sum of money, then they should be what they call two-factor authentication, which is what is happening abroad all the time right now. Even when you want to just access your bank account, they're going to send you a PIN or something to your phone number so that you authorize that transaction. And that is what BTN was saying, that when he spoke with the bank, he was going to start educating the public. He was going to bring out that information, that how come you as a big bank, as big as you are, you're not doing two-factor authentication. Somebody will just come, especially when you're doing online banking, where we know there's a lot of fraud, and then you just release the phone willy-nilly. So in a sense, it's still the responsibility of the bank. In a sense, there is a weakness.
I see it a different way. I think the bank is trapping people. Because that test, a lot of people use it a lot in Nigeria to get money. A lot of people use it. And I don't like it. They send you the test, you press it, you press the amount, and the money will come to you, and they expect you to start paying after 2 weeks. They give a lot of people loan.
What if it's the bank that is using its employees to get money from the public?
And I'm thinking the bank is using to fraud people, because after 1 month, if you did not pay the money back or 2 months, they'll start taking interest, and you pay more than what they gave you. So I'm thinking maybe they are using that as a trap as well.
It looks like you're not listening to me.
I heard you now. Why not?
The financial authority in Nigeria, has conducted an investigation and found that GTB Bank has been laundering money. So GTB Bank already has a reputation of fraud. So we don't know. There is a high probability that its employees are accessing they have access to people's NIN, and they are using it, to take money from their customers' account without their consent. So there is a high possibility the bank needs to launch an investigation. Then we can draw a conclusion. We can't just assume that, it is just fraudsters that are not related to the bank. These fraudsters could very well be working for the bank. And they could very well not be working for the bank. But we cannot just say one way or the other. But the bank already has a reputation for fraud. This was an investigation conducted by Nigerian financial authorities, and they even recommended that the IRS and I think the HMRC in the UK should what is it called? Is it block their license or something? Their operating license. That is the recommendation from Nigerian financial authorities, that they should cease GTB Bank's operation. They fined them in the UK £500,000 for fraud. In Ghana, they were also fined. So the bank already has a bad reputation for irregularities. We don't know yet.
You see, I will hold GT Bank responsible for anything that happens. When I was going to buy something in Nigeria and to use my bank in Nigeria, and I'm very familiar with the bank that is close to my house, the bank manager is somebody that is I'm very close to. So I have, when I want to take money, I just sign signature and I go to the bank. I tell her, please, even though you have limits, this is what I want. And she helps. So this last time that I wanted to pay somebody, even though I sent an email for them to know that it's coming from me, and I signed some paperwork that they should please transfer this amount of money to this the creditor that I want to debit this money to. What did the bank tell me? They said it has to be not. They won't accept any letter from the bank that is close to me. That it has to be the official center where I opened the account, and that was Lagos. So they blocked the transaction. So that is how you see how banks could, take care of their customers, because sometimes they don't know if this thing is fraudulent. But if it is the bank where you originally opened the account, they can ask you certain questions as to what they use, what information you put down when you open that account, before they can even allow such thing. So I'm not saying this to give credit to UBA Bank. That was exactly the steps they took, that I could not move that money to the creditor. So if they now said they are sending text messages to people for people to click, and then the money debits, that is number one fraud from the bank.
I don't like the system. Yeah, I don't like it.
And if they are doing something, they need to stop it.
And I think a lot of people fall into it.
That is correct. It might be as a deliberate internal control weakness that they have.
Yes.
It might be deliberate and intentional. It's not something that we can just rule out, because at the very minimum, you should have a minimum amount that you're going to give out as loan. If you are not going to, let's say, quote unquote, authorize it. After a certain amount, you have to say, okay, this amount may be too much, and depending on the profile of your clients, you understand. Like what we call here in abroad, they call it credit rating. It's not everybody. Some people can go for credit. They give them credit 1 million loan. But other people, they only give them 200,000 or 100,000, because it's based on your credit rating. So they cannot just be releasing funds without even assessing the credit profile or taking into account the credit profile of the person. They're just releasing money. That is, for me, that is a deliberate weakness that they are planting so that they can circumvent, you understand? They can circumvent or make excuses and say, oh, it's just fraudsters because, Nigeria is known for fraudsters and Yahoo. That's not true. It might be the bank that is deliberately doing that, and its employees are swindling money away from the public. And they'll put it under the guise of, oh, it's Yahoo.
In fact, this is the biggest fraud ever.
You never know. You don't know Nigeria. Anything can happen in that country. You don't know them. You don't know that country.
No. For any fraud to even happen, the bank officials are involved. For any fraud to happen, because they have your information, they have the one that they can give to people. So money does not just disappear from someone's account without the bank people knowing. There was a time in one of the banks, if you look, when you transfer money, I do a lot of calculation. If I use money or if I transfer money, I calculate to see, is there a cent missing? If a cent is missing, then you just start monitoring them, and see, because they will grow from cents to they will grow to the next level. Before you look, they start taking out thousands.
Yeah, you are right. Yeah.
Everybody should monitor their accounts in that Nigeria, because you have alert to your email, alert to your text message, whichever one you put down. When you look at it and you notice that this thing is not correct, and then you start fighting. There was a time I tried to call the bank. I transferred money to my account and I didn't get the alert. and then I checked my balance. It didn't reflect, but already the transfer people here already said that I transferred. I called the bank, called the so-called person that they said is my account, something. The person was not responding. I went to their Facebook page. Immediately, within how many minutes, they called me. And I told them in their Facebook that I'm going to cast you people everywhere. I'm going to inform everyone that you people are fraud. If you don't get to me immediately, how did this amount of money that I sent did not deliver in my account? They reach out to me immediately. So this GT Bank that is even having the guts.
They are the ones doing it.
Yeah, they are the ones doing it. They are the ones doing it.
You don't know, everybody watch them now. Everybody is watching them.
The best thing is try not to make friends with anybody working in the bank. Because if you make friends, you won't finish.
You won't finish. Nigerian bank system, now they go up there.
Jesus.
Somebody said they pay money for her into account from here. The person they do project, they call and say they don't put money for your account too. She see the alert. When she want to transfer money, they say 0.
Hey.
Yes, she could not transfer. Now she don't go back the next day. They call the other and say, oh, sorry. Oh, do you want to use the money now?
Hey.
Like, she can't tell the person, the money not my own. They give me to do something. They put account to 0. Now, other staff was telling her the party they borrow and give somebody without her. Oh my God, I beg. This one, the person tell me it happened to her. Not me say it happened to somebody because she has to go to the bank. She closed her shop and go to the bank to confirm. I want to transfer money, I can't transfer. Oh, they call the other, do you want to use the money now? That means I've been doing to her before. She didn't know. Account was 0. I remember the name of the bank now. See that man that came from Italy. We know they put money for account for more than 10 years. See me the man buy guy in front of the bank. Exactly. They jimbo this bank for 2 weeks. Come tomorrow, come next tomorrow. The man they go up and the one day the bank collapsed. Up till now, the family never take the money.
First bank has become a dangerous place too now. First bank.
Really?
I
said that one better.
They don't spoil them. They don't spoil first bank.
They say I no go area. Somebody say I'm a banker. Or you should take it easy for our I beg you. They go soon now. We could have leave their bank. Go leave their bank, matter beg. It's international. We are international. Please leave Nigeria bank matter. Thank you. Because other country we want to do business with. Other country want to do business with them with the fear. That's what they talk about.
Let them change now. Let them change.
That's the problem of Nigeria. If you expose them, Nigeria people don't like them. I remember when Davido mentioned something, everybody was attacking Davido. Now they don't start now. They don't want you to say the truth about that country. They want us to say, oh, that country is lovely. Nigeria is so great. It's beautiful. Come and do business. Oh, it's beautiful. They like her like that. That one are deceiving people now.
Come do business. People come to do business, then you dupe them. That's me.
You see,
that is how I used to tell my sister, I don't even have the money. I don't even have it. So immediately I just say 50 or 100. I say, please, my sister, just go and collect the money. Fire for Isha or Sha. Rapper, where was so far make that no career.
Oh my God.
Before you go to say that they give the people what I want give. Because they help many people from my family well. Nothing is too small. So please just go collect it before they tell me say nothing. I don't say anything, come there. So that is the system I'm using now.
So that's you go transfer money, they say the money not enter the person's account. For you to get it back, problem. I beg you.
My sister, you don't go get the alert for a phone unless you go.
And most times, don't blame them too. Their network is bad as well. Let me see talk a little bit good about them. They have bad network.
Are you sure they are not doing it on purpose? Because that network thing,
Grandma, they beg us to leave Nigeria back for comment station. Make we save their reputation. I think we have some bankers here with us.
So they're going to improve where they will improve bad.
We have some bankside here with us.
And I so much love.
Yes, but see what is happening.
I still love Nigeria. I love Nigeria, but I hate the bad people there. I dislike them.
And that is why we are begging for them to make changes. Stop doing bad. Because they will have more money. Because everybody, I tell you see people that want to invest in Nigeria, it's not for all these things that is going on. You cannot take people home because if you take them there to go invest and anything happens, they will think you connive with the people to do it. There's no reason why Nigerians in Nigeria should be suffering any lack. Because we have the natural resources, we have the human resources. It's not for all these bad eggs that found themselves into government offices and giving us bad names.
Now them. But somebody said God go come out all of them one day. They will still them. I better be here.
God go come.
He said God go. God go put them for permanent sleep.
Even the bad people now said now that they pray to God first. You know here at Madrid they pray to God.
Oh, I see amo.
He don't bow.
I see am I shock. I say, so you deserve to go church.
In fact, now they deceive them now. Because they know they are playing on people's in Nigeria, the intelligence of Nigeria. Because they know that once you call God, Nigerians will tell you, oh, yes, he has repented.
Exactly. And then they catch us people.
He has repented.
But the lady will be hell-bent of moving on with her life. In such a case, divorce is necessary now. No, you cannot tie so there are some things that will make divorce an inevitable occurrence. You understand? Most important thing is you being sincere to yourself that you have done your best, and if it is not working, it is not as a result of your faults. And that is what matters. Self-satisfaction. That I gave you the best shot, but it didn't work. I gave you the best shot, but it didn't work. That is the major thing. It's not worth it killing any partner. It's not worth it. It's not worth it at all. Killing somebody because the person wants to fiercely.
If I leave Mohbad and leave, she for leave. I leave the boy alone.
Exactly.
So there's no need. No water. She's going to regret it.
And that's why I always emphasize and advocate for each partner to be independent.
Exactly.
Financially.
Exactly.
Even though your husband is very rich, you as a wife too, try and have something that you are doing.
Simple.
If your husband is very rich and he doesn't want you to go and work like official work, let him establish you. And then let that business become yours. Because you never can tell what the future holds. I'm telling you. You never can tell what the future holds.
What about Mohbad and Wunmi? When Wunmi and Mohbad asked me, what do you want to do? So that I can establish you. And Wunmi did not answer.
Because Wunmi already has a job now.
Can I say something?
I love you, love you. He said he have a job.
I said that, if you don't mind.
He said he has a job already. Love you, love.
Of course, yes, it's true now. Yes, so that is right.
May I say something, please?
Go ahead.
Oh, thank you. So, I don't know if I'm not disagreeing with what the man said that people should, when being husband wife, any partner in a marriage or relationship should, have something to do, to be busy, because an idle mind obviously is the devil's workshop. But in Wunmi's case, the reason I slightly disagree, not only like another person said, she already has a job, but Wunmi had a mission. She came on a mission, and her mission was very clear to me. It may not be obvious, but to me, Wunmi was on a threefold mission: kill, steal, and destroy, like her father, the devil. That's all it was. As far as it concerned Imole's life, she was not there because she lacked a job. Like some have already pointed out, she already had a job. Wunmi was making money on her own. It's not like you understand. I think what they're saying is because I just heard him say, Mobile asking, what is it? Is that something you wanted to do? In a sense that, like, do you want to legitimize your work? Because it looks like she has been doing her side hustle, selling pickles, whatever. Of course, she was probably making a lot of money. I personally believe that she's a trained assassin. I personally
a trained buyer.
Sorry, that's my belief. But I think he wanted her to do something legit. You understand? Something, because I think obviously they came from a tumultuous past. Their past is not very good, and some of it is not their fault. They were born in this whole dysfunctional community, right? Their families were very dysfunctional and all of that. Wunmi's birth in itself is not her fault. It's not her fault that she came to the world the way she came. But we can rise above our past. We can rise above our circumstances. It was not her decision to be born in the home that she was born in and under the circumstances that she was born in. But clearly, she also chose the path, and she continues to choose the path of wrong. There are many people who have been born in similar situations, sometimes even worse than hers. And I'm not trying to downplay. I think she has really had a hard life. I'm going to be very human right now and try to humanize her as much as possible, rather, even though I know that in my mind she seems like a reprobate. But I want to have some kind of empathy for her background. You understand? Growing up, having a mother like she did, being abandoned, feeling rejected, falling in the wrong hands, in the wrong group. But there comes a period of time when you are redeemed. And I think that when that moment came through Moba, she rejected it. Because either she had already become too dangerous, you understand, and too far gone in her depravity, or she just maybe preferred the wrong people and didn't like him enough to want to change for him. So that being said, she could have, because even Mohbad had grown up in dysfunction, but he did not like it, and he wanted to do better for himself and his family. That's why I think that he was trying as much as possible to get out of the bad contract with Naira Marley and start his own Iyabo franchise. Sorry, not franchise, but his own Iyabo record label, where he could actually, Iyabo label, where he could help people in his situation. She could have done that as well with him if she truly loved him, and I think she did it because she has her own dreams and her own ambitions. So I don't know that it's not that Wunmi did not have something to do. She already has something. She liked it. Her reason for coming into Mobile's life was not because she loved him. She came there for her own selfish reason, and she came there with a threefold mission: kill, steal, and destroy. And that's all she did. She cried, she stole, and she destroyed. She has destroyed that entire family. She has destroyed his legacy, and she continues to destroy his legacy, even up to this moment. So that's all I wanted to say. That I know what the man is saying, but I disagree as far as it concerns with me. But yeah, by all means, people should try to do better for themselves. A woman should have something doing, a man should have something doing. Don't go into any relationship whatsoever relying on one person. That's too dangerous for anyone involved. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other submission?
I agree with Fendi. The thing is this: finding yourself in a situation where you grew up on the street and you see that the way you grew up was not really the ideal thing, and then you join some terrible gang like Wunmi did. After some time, there's something we call conscience, and that is what is controlled by the Holy Spirit. So if you should have a little bit of conscience, you being too hard, Wunmi is too hard. She's hardened. That even if you don't like this boy and you are on a mission to destroy, at least after the destruction, you should have some remorse. Like even Judas Iscariot, after betraying Jesus, he had severe remorse that he couldn't live, that he died himself. But Wunmi was flaunting it on everybody's faces, bragging that she has no, she's not of any obligation to explain to anybody anything that happened to this boy. That alone was what created this animosity against her. Then the other part of it is that for you to know that she belongs to a cartel, she was telling them, come and take your trophy. I don't finish them. I don't finish and come collect the trophy. So she made it clear from the day one that she was involved in this spy. And after she had completed the mission, they should come collect the trophy. The assignment they gave to her, she carried that as the assignment very well. So it's now to give the award. So that was why she called the people that sent her. So I still strongly believe that she did not work in isolation. There are so many forces in this buying of Mohbad, and that is why she has so much backing. All these people, bloggers and others that are coming out to speak for her, they are being sponsored and paid by the forces that used her to buy this boy. She did not have any money to be sponsoring all the. You know how much they've been paying since that 2023. Okay, they spent a lot of money. You know what I mean? They've hired. I mean, all these barristers out that they've hired to come and pretend to be fighting justice, they are the ones sponsoring them. People are ready to put their credibility online just because of this money that they received. It's no longer in the days where you have the likes of 𝗵𝘃𝗏. I mean, that no amount of money that you want to give to him that will make him put his credibility on the line. He put his head down. Come and do your worst. He went to a prison many times just because he cannot soil his hands. He refused to take the bribery. So what investigation should be investigating journalists should be doing now is to investigate who sponsored this girl, because that is the main thing. If those sponsors are not stopped, they will continue because they have breeded so many young girls like Wunmi. And I compare Wunmi to that Chidinma all the time. I see the Chidinma in Wunmi and I see Wunmi in Chidinma. They are of almost same age group. Exactly. They are young girls that like flashy lifestyle, and they are young girls that think they can live a life of 50 and 60 years old. They want to be rich. They want to be independent. They want to give commands to people. If you look at the way Wunmi talks, she talks in a commanding voice, an intimidating voice to shut down others. If not that the crowd that have pressed her, she can't withstand the crowd. Otherwise, she would have been taking charge. Look at the way she took charge of the entire 𝗏𝗏 family and all the friends of Mohbad. She commands them. That power is not just coming from herself. That power is coming from both spiritual and the people that sent her on a mission. So Nigerians, don't be tired. This thing has to come to an end. It's part of the battle that we have to fight to get a sane society. All these things happened before in the West. All this enjoyment we are enjoying in the West now, 24 hours flight. You can drive 24 hours of the day. Of night, you can drive 3 a.m. You can be on the street driving. You can pick up your phone just now. If you can't breathe, and call 911. And before you know it, less than 5 minutes, they will be at your gate to pick you to the hospital or anything. These people suffered before. And good people stood for them. It is the history of the world. There's no thing that has been worse than the slave trade. But the likes of 𝗵𝘃𝗏𝗶𝗏, William Pitt, they came up and stood and emancipated people from slavery. So don't be tired. God is on our side. God will help us until we get justice from God. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Grandma. Any other person submission, please, before we regard it tonight? Justice for Mohbad, guys.
Justice for Imole.
Justice for Imole. As they prepare for court now, how would they work out? Grandma, this is serious. Anyway, guys, on a good morning once again, good afternoon, evening. Make we round off for today. We'll see everybody Monday morning. No, Monday evening. We'll see everybody back here on Monday for more updates. Yes. Thank you very much, everybody. Good night. By the power of God, Grandma. By the power of God. Good night, everybody. See you guys tomorrow. We love you all. We appreciate all justice fighter. God bless you all. We'll keep on.
Happy Mother's Day to everyone. Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.